in the month of December. Regardless of the turbulence of life, any my year and ye, any akotroka ye come ewa brabomu in nature. I no paying crunch bush and in come shall some year walk for him. I mess in you. Said Yanano Jeremiah Kaya says, I have found your way. Who was some na asem na me hu ye ne medi egumi mu. I want you to eat asem ye ewo ohima mesi nyumu yimu. Yes, regardless and found it dia emprempre hu and found it dia emprempre ekoso si wadwunu fi babo so wetas said the tia biara said that sani bi te sew the same moja kokko no e woni mu ni nam wu mu nintini no so nche wunti ensatia du no wodi anyankro ayepe the nanso du osu die du wetas sa nipa no atumi aye kese wa abrabom ma ye kan nipa don't for do mobasa asisua omudi atra the kind of can ho a so we task so said the tie bia you can also make it up there 9 minutes after 7 okay 101.7 FM and pay my minina nkranse boshe ne nkom sha asem yiso na me ma wachi na me no was say if you didn't that okay 101.7 FM obuoni ani die kwanso e dia kwanwusan yenye nyintra wonsa dwom meje wotata ma wakwa ba e de ba enne jwa da December bosome da toson watch Ade Akye Abia dwumedie yiso an ya hana Ghana kasa hana Ghana tie fiti sabre kwapem se nondu baba pamu die eyo man ho dadwene nti na yesin konya no pai ekua Ghana hia wadwen kire ekua Ghana hia wo okay ya krabeche nti kan ho no pai e wa Ade Akye Abia dwumedie yiso ensema e betwetwe ho komo edimpuntu na nam edo man kan ko na nam hesitate not to send us your views wadwenkyere e won ensema e bebo komo no e wo ho no and in some no ya betwetwe ho komo no your views are welcome. All right. You're from Chief Captain Field Marshal Ohenenana Kwame Amoh. Sitting in for the morning show, President of the land. Today, I work for as a Kwame Usia Dome. Jariara Fatania Bigiasli, woman of faith. Penny Ford made this woman, I said, Dr. Fada Dixon. The indomitable Dr. Fada Dixon. Na Kennedy Asanto say Esquire. Ade Akye Abia hana Ghana kasa hana Ghana tie. The bon krata ba no pay. Ensme de nam. Pambros we bia ye tunchine. Pambros ya. Ani oblogo. Edin hwe ni mu. Baje ne fo kakra ni na manso da ho asem ne kura kopie ko ne de bokata ne dia ba ese China fo a wo ne mantem wo fo ne nyasem e wo Pambros asase ne so se na waso di ekire kakra na wani di asem ne chi a ya court dia ba ne se China fo ne hwe no mantu mo na yensi Pambros asase ne so Just a moment could overlapping for Okram or Musun Kra and Koto Ambros assassins. Details are in the newspapers. Now, what you in so swift, when Ray, I be a trim one and women. It's rather unfortunate. Dances and Ghana, you to Fantas and Pass. Yausapon and the Asumafo, Antias and Pass. Yausapon and the Asumafo band, Antias and Pass. Ghana Gospel Fraternity in Swantias and Pass. I know my money now in general, Antias and Pass. The evergreen mammy to who offer your support, no any, and they were cracked as a form. 10 years over NDC, Amanyokuni, and the Ghana floating voters. Or more, say a better about woman and see or margin percent metro breakfast table and be served.
As a homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together. Hello, my brother. 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 Hello, my brother.
Dear Chibia, Ghana may be 2.1 next that will mamba power to the Ghana Hokane. Dear Chibia, and Yana Magania Magashiani Hunamagao. Dear Chibia,
Hello, one parliament members attending the listening, my Ghana move. Hello, man. Hello, one parliament members attending the listening, my Ghana move. Hello, man. Hello, well, are you excellency strong and never give up? Hello, man. Hello, man. One time, your excellency is strong and never give up. Hello, man. Hello, man. Let our doctors take great attention on the operations and save lives. Hello, man. Can you say bye to corruption, bye to discrimination, bye to favoritism? Hello, man. Can you say bye to corruption, bye to discrimination, bye to favoritism? Hello, man. Hello.
My fellow Ghanaians, Ghana past 50, so if I avoid corruption and stealing,
them happy to no go have Ghana group. Me for now, I don't go play plasma.
Hello, my brother. Hello, my brother. Hello, my brother.
Dear Chibia, Ghana may be 2.1 next that will mamba power to the Ghana Hokane. Dear Chibia, and Yana Magania Magashiani Hunamagao. Dear Chibia,
Praise the Lord, we ought to give it thanks and praise. God bless our homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together.
Long live Ghana.
We gonna build Ghana strong.
For non-swabber pounds medio 20 minutes into 7 live on OK 101.7 FM. Ebio me am watching do asem wakwaba. Emra dia chi bia dwumediana Ghana kasa. Ahana Ghana tie. I don't pay yes to be active, not passive. I don't say. And come here to chin no. Wajintre in here and pa. So be live with us, both on air and on our social media platforms in so. And if possible, share the link, invite others. Together, let us congregate and push the nation forward. Now, I don't pay that this way chocolate drink I say. Will be kind as some say. Senken Chahun Kwan and Mayu Motia come from Kwan dia. Say, Nasa in Chahun and Mayu come for Papa and your Sebi. Nankaba. And soon, sorry, I saw for so I can't get back. Woman to swap being Wakum. Nanto so woman dear Nyakom. No mum. The mere do come for Papa. A raffia near Chana Seno. So that's on it, sinner. Chocolate drinks, and they're dozen. And Fadino and Nakoto. And for package a gumuno. Because one here be my tramaquay. No mum, dear woman, and your chocolate drink and ne ewom ne hia ekade a den ko ade anka ne nka fesi kire gu nsum na nom ke yade den ko na wo pa nom de ne nka fa ewo gu nsum anupo ha ewo ye fagu warm water mu na nom anupo de ekucha health benefit na mo beyond one nom ade a de no kogu mu a nipadua no benefit sen oh bonsu onum nko a na nya enjoyment no what about the entire body this way chocolate drink wonum eye wo de no na wonmu enso so enjoy ene ne se ekogu mu a niam ewo mu nu a ehia akade bi na metumi akeka no ho aye na sede wo nipadua nim ama ahoden ya wonya bi enkenya ya wonya bi no omo hu adwuma na this way chocolate drink ogu mu a eye nti yemfa ntwe no mu keke de gu nipadua nim ma e produce eniema nipadua ni hia akwa na ewo yemu no na tumi afansen yiye titru ane desert efunu ponkwa ho odin ni bi sisire kwabrafo ho odin ni bi nti ya kanfo this way chocolate drink ya mawo ade papa pa no ono ne ya hye no chocolate drinks ni na mu ahenche ya dawroma ene sa no pay ye hye ye hunkuran beginning of anadwumadie yi na mede ohima ma esi nyom ehyase obeye kese kosi se obeye kese pa enti so hwe ya eye nema mienu ose obeye kese kosi se obeye kese pa so meaning se woye kese a it doesn't end there se woye kese a it doesn't end there ye wo kese pa wo ho enti e ko school ne ye wo comparative and superlative e wo ho ti ye se big bigger biggest small smaller smallest so enti obeye kese enna kese pa nso so ho bra na mpempi no ye duru kese no a aya na ye adwen say that is all bon say ye gina because a humongous a gigantic eso the ayenya no eso aburo yadwene kra na ye nti ase so we didn't even dream say ye benya kese saa imagine so obi enya 100,000 Ghana cedis obi asebi ohya abrabo ase besi ni fi a weduru yi 10,000 Ghana cedis kura bom kura onso obi mu da na at once wenya 100,000 such a person no eyesika kese wo nani so a wanhwe yi ebeka na hye ema obehu se wei eso eye kese ama obegina ho ama en kan se kese pa bi nso wo why say we prepare it as beyond 100,000 no ye 100 million nso so ho anyway Jadini adetoni ene jumayeni Jadini adetoni ene ejumayeni Mejidi yese wayere wo ho bo ho moden ye adwuma na among the reasons are anunti wo yere wo bo ho moden na wo yi adwuma no pay ya no so aba pounds medium nsia ese kwa obi afekura no wotwe mu e wo mpa so obi kura na lam na ba ma phone kura ko low battery still oda ho afekura no wa change gi an de ase 16 di kuntunkuru na kuru no hu yi nti de akoso bola fo ya ben a wo mo boyin na wonte gas for aya wo mo boyin na wonte but would ye so kra bi kra wugina line mu a o twen ka na wakogdom o twen se ka beba na duru so wafo akwa adwuma no dan ene bia wo sore ye no num ene bia wo sore ye dwuma ye ni adetoni ene dwadini dia wo ye ina kire se wa yere wo ho wo bo ho modene se adwuma na wo ye no one senti ne se wo pese etumpon wo pese ekoso ebie wo pese wo hwefie hwebusia mebusia ne efie obiansa kona no mutumi live at least comfortable life by your standard. Among the reasons why you don't want to hear Juma, among the reasons are wo bo ahomodina wo hear Juma, dwadini adetoni ani Juma yeni. Minim say reasons no mabobo bosuwe wo kasa ya no kore e wo wutrim ane se wo be hwe fia hwe busia ane se won sa be ko ano to make ends meet, especially if you are the breadwinner. But beyond adwene se wo ye adwuma wo yere ho ye adwuma wo bo wo ho moden se wo ye adwuma wo di dwa wo ton ade beyond adwene tetire se woni abusia mo nsa be ko ma no wo be hwe fia hwe abusia beyond that reason we no for expansion so come the difference between when wamu dia tre bagaya no the expansion mentality yentrem adwen ya wo me dia ka sentia wo mo ye adwuma ho. And the reason why because for some we ba no pay popular story bi a wo Bible mu a what yatra, especially so if you go to a Bible believing church where the word of God is preached, so called Sunday school so the story is told in 2 Kings chapter number 6. Say Elisha and ne servant a wonu omo abomu ye adwuma wo mu kotwedua na kuma no a wo mu di twedua no dade na wo mu di twedua no eto ensuom. Me sure say we story am yakobo Elisha amane no oba ye no otwadua ne bi e no ade to nsuo nani e na dade no a akoto nsuo na sene be floatie. I know you know. Now this story is captured in 2 Kings chapter 6. Right? Now that story we ne kofa by na no verse 1. Verse 1 hono. Was now the sons of the prophet said to Elisha, look now, the place where we live near you is too small for us. Yenkotwe diamra ekowie se ekumana kwa akoto nso na se nyina wahala na eba ye nyina ne se baby ayete no esua enti yekotwe duane abeden ya betrem. They had expansion mentality. Baby aye wonu sua. Oh, ye da ye. Although ye da ye. Although ye to me ye bibia se nipa ewo that enclosed area no. Ka comfortable they we are comfortable. But we want to expand. It's and that story in 2 Kings chapter 6 no ekuma kwa akoto nsu ase ye twedi ade ato nsu nani ekuma na ba be floati abeda nsu nani se kodo ni na no adwene a na etade a na omokoye na chi ne se baby aye won no wo mu se ye ho toye de but still ya pese ye tre ye nkwaba mu ya pese ye tre ya setena mu ene dwadini the Tony Jumayeni think expansion. Think expansion. Dia wo ye no adwuma na wo ye no enye hand to mouth adwene nko a na wo se wo de ye enye se sabeko ya no nko a na wo se wo de ye enye se de mehwe fie ni abusuan nko anti should be the motivation. But think of expansion. And until now, we will be saying, "Get the national," and they the stores be you still counting. Na pata be you num still counting. Nanka force no mucha baako, and they 40 feet container still counting. I didn't say they think expansion.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Now me social media so and then so for Penia or what Nigeria. Okay, sorry, we see a domwa or what. Now we share now auditorium OC. A nipa a bekom. I'm talking about Bishop Oyedepo. Yeah. Sorry, Daniel OC. Emra wamo county elevators in Kwe wom. Wamo county sebi washing bay wom. I'm telling you. I bet you win some. Ni najina expansion mentality. Womunya from day one. Say baby yatina ya sorry ye. Ye kum ye ba ye som awrade yetimi ye bibia de but ye ntrem. Anope yi ye de futuo brɛ say. Ye de nkurase brɛ say. Whatever you are doing in life, among the reasons why you are endeavoring in what you are doing, no, think expansion. Na mean to panguso. Na emremusa mawo. Aduminti. Amen. 34 after 7. Ade Akye Abia live on OK 101.7 FM sinye. Na yes enkomo se enne. O say me ba headlines na me ma ba ku bi say Office of the Special Prosecutor. And you be braba say ebe yanka yen free ho. Ebi say nwo ho. Yamba won koma no pay na ye boy na wo de wadwen kira so ba. Ye be kan Ade Amoh. Na no bribu ahen eye emranim ni. Ye na na e se nkomo twetwe say na no pay. Ye fan free Office of the Special Prosecutor. Nana machi no pay here.
So that's a brand new so.
Na what we ewie ye na etesen.
Yeah. Akwaya kweda bi ase ade chime ya ntia sompo osofofra na yiti. Ja nse sekuru ya me gusi so yi ese wo government WhatsApp group. Ja so what one some. WhatsApp group so. Another young factor, and then you can go on. Well, the special prosecutor somehow can. May I concentrate on the special prosecutor and the alert coup in Benin?
Now, you special prosecutor, the NY say, if you ask him, you answer your taste bontain.
Yeah, I say special prosecutor and the alert coup in Benin. You see, special prosecutor, I have to say. Abia akunya bi ya friend Ohene akunya na Abia say you Ohene ba ko bi ana Ohene no di akunya no why ade a emfata ana nyefe mayen kase saade ya yintwa ahini just because Abia no di akunya no ne oye no enso ani ana no nya sufficient enough for us to see yintwa ahini. Rather, young Kwana the first one, the occupant of the Akunyano or Ohenenana Kwame Amoh, the share near Bensi, and now say, well, be dear Kunyano, the Besha near Bensi. Number one, fat, but could be out here Kunyano Soa. Okoya dia emfata na ense na nun to be either from Wabufu akasi yentwa ahenni. There is a video be going around. Meaning so one kade assume woman hene bi nonsense and for your interview. Na odidi MPP presidential plans in atep kasa chiro se woman ya sankwa. You see, as I said, Ohene kasa o kasa se badwemba. As I saw Ohene kasa on kasa se nani afi. As I saw Ohene kasa on kasa se ya manan ketiye nkura brim. As I saw Ohene kasa on kasa se we die Ohene. But so Ohene kasa se o wantitiye ona badwemba anani afi. No kasa basa basa bi sebe se ne kade no kasa. That will not be justification for people to say yencha ahinyi it we say or bisu kasa or kasa with maturity. So with the special the person occupying the position here from Subia, that should not be sufficient enough for us. So it's how the office of special prosecutor ting. No. We should look at it very well and then see how best you bet me akorano anatika boom. My idea the office of special prosecutor last dynamical said and yet that upon the second thought the office should still be there because it looks like when you have the attorney general MPP bar or MPP Niyama NDC bar political cases or NDC Niyama. But no MPP bar obviously a check NDC boss here checking them. So special prosecutor. Na ya mama can be na mania. Enka Ade Akye Abia ayene ya Martin Amidu. Because Martin Amidu what we need to be he's a disciplinarian. He's a disciplinarian. You. He's a senior seasoned lawyer. Sabiu Kafache. Oye ni party seni. Obetwa yam for so the bet. Martinami du obia. Unya no ne de ni bu manya eboa. And therefore, during the MPP time, Nana Martinami do all complain. Obetwa ba say complain bi o hono ma na nya fensa. Na nya baseless. Complain ni bi wo hono ma na ba wo nanso so the political atmosphere a creative situation is Martinami do complain bi obebia be the so it was an opportunity I am message pa Martinami do
nanay
but well oko
nanay
now Ade Akye ye young say no been complaining about this special prosecutor. Like MPP for being
Nana, Wadama, and Sana Yabeba, Kiseja Bay, the current special prosecutor. So, no, my young fan come free, I say, office of the special prosecutor. Although Ansana Ebebano not Bibisa Niho. Now, the constitution, no, as in your day bano. Your due diligence, who say, a brasso, and we were ready to give it that mandate. No, there wouldn't be any interference at the Bayer. A bar, the impact and then the performance, a bit meet the expectation.
You see, but I'll tell you,
Nanameton Kapa.
You see, in 1983 or 84. Rollins set up the public tribunal. The public tribunal for now Rollins set it up. Not courts on war. I agree. So public tribunal and especially any tribunal don't go through the other. But the situation at that time on the public tribunal bed. It is like somebody telling me, say, I'm going to public tribunals. in my candid opinion, in my personal opinion, I mean casa mempe, I mean casa mempe. Because the experience I yan and ya from in ya ya the public tribunal never many public and sent that to now a yard to say ye dear somewhere. Many America say I have some colleagues in the MPP who will say no. People imagine the other say and this abandoned pension by the public tribunal national banking and yet it didn't say no. It didn't say yes. Because you're not a penny. So it's like what you were saying, no. Special prosecutor, no, and our office of the special prosecutor at the material time now the Abano. Yes, it is like Shraj. At the material time on the Shraj Bible. Yes. Yes. At the time when the National Investigation Rollins at the Bay, year B9, yes, because not sabi police CID war na gidie no wo fam nti wo mode BNI no bae no na suro no wo ho wo mo hwehwe mu no timi ma manfo ekoso so the office of special prosecutor meme obribo ahede me pe yes that sekisi jabenya bana ne amanfo anyantokwa ama wo yenkase sekisi jabenya amanfo anyantokwa nti sekade abum Kennedy akasa kan sabi nsem hunu nti ye ntwa nsem nti se kise jabe ni binu manya aya eno so ye ntwa special office of special prosecutor. And you know the irony of the situation you cry said among Fueka and people Fueka and the people like the life of Martin Pebu were justifying that institution and in your own bay. Yeah, the Paul Adamo to the court, me, I see on land property, Murano, see, Oni, Pia. Martin Pebusu or Poa, or Bibri. And then you could do Martin Pebusu, a dimension of it. So, it's also hypocrisy, dishonesty, intellectual dishonesty. And then I'm a man, I could do it. Because, here was Martin Pebu going every length and breadth to defend the special prosecutor and the Yoko. That Paul Adamo Chiroka, so if you're boy, na menomo kasa ikura from Chile Japan. Now also so there also so for land property. But you know, in the Martin Pebu case, I said no matter Bonia Martin Pebu or your well-known character, Intina and Capitimano. Self-recognizance bill. But now people are calling for Martin Pebunti. The conclusion I be better Martin Pebunti, but special officer of Yankum. Just Damasako, commentary or submission in Parliament. Damasako submission in Parliament. And just suppose that was Kojo Oponkoma. The two of them are lawyers. But Kojo Oponkoma has a more can a it's an exhibition of maturity, political maturity, legal maturity. Kojo Oponkoma, you know, utia, that's Ramete. Or Shahana Wakasa. But no, Nelson Damafiako. The basis of the submission speak of you and say, we shall Martin Pebu, that's one. That was wrong. Because people had earlier called for the abolition of the office of special prosecutor. One can want some negative say Martin Pebu. So for me, as a lawyer, as a politician, me person we are saying in NTA could go upon Kurma no yentie. And then I mean, who said maturity, yes. Not to think I said the mafia and your maturity, but in terms of politics, and if you want to move forward as an issue, may prefer could go upon Comano Diano. One. So coming back to the whom I income, perhaps Matt he said that he has failed to live up to expectation. Menkasa he has failed to. Men cancer.
Ya baba na holistically I heard the performance as an individual.
I'm a general view. But generally,
but na me bisa say.
Generally, I cannot crucify Kusia Jabin because that's the side of the story.
Nane. Wadaroma, ya baba Kusia Jabin so in a bet, but na me bisa building from the scratch, you know, you say you can't about Office of the Special Prosecutor. Office in the by the performance in the impact. Now, Emra Martin Alamisi Amidu. What out the credentials they say? Yes, indeed. On where didn't start here, none can the papa muano no. But somewhere along the line, no, Ojato Hokoi. Nana and no, yes, a coming event don't catch your shadows there, but Kona Wokoi and nine can be interested. Or no, where Ade Akye Abia, it doesn't matter who comes. Ever quack elephant, a white horse, and
Okay, FM 101.
Well, we cannot draw that conclusion because Martin Alamisi Kaiser, you say, or a no-nonsense person, is very principled. And I'll always make me chairman, or you nipa, or make my young from so bad. But generally, Bua me Bruno, na me Shannon, and my son, me to chairman. Na say, Jumanji be all ye, not a bit of a church into a jaya. No, how. It could also be, she said, Abia, or no so, or Pacific Bia, well, but the bottom line is that we are not can say, Matiami Dupa, Office of Special Prosecutor, when Timani and now Queen, Ghana, Yashrabia. Kise Jabiaba. Oh, yeah. Any penny and I'll be the son. Name no workers are no pay, could I be crow? I mean, when he answered. So to say, my buasho will cry over bushy. So, and yet be an Kise Jabin, they are the show, Pierre, until being a been for an again. No, you be so, my telephone. Na, or my coach, Martin Fibu. Almost Omra, church name. No Martin Pibuaco. But no, look, for a start, this is my personal observation. Martin Pibun comes and I know some so could do or parking a car. I will be castle. Obia, oh, Massa, men pack her, and now man, and in a response. Maybe the response was in the Baptist. Look. At the time one, na me NPP Deputy General Secretary, and then a lawyer. Now me call my client to be a UO Tiwanum office. So I think it was Yuko. Mekono, what the canoe remoan send the breeze, see. Until we do any more, men pass and in my. Na mama ka ako pake achiri baby kura aka akura na achiri baby now udruwa where ufu me druwa men ka se a unime e fam obribo ahen Deputy General Secretary Majidini the jaman fo nyina fo me de be fo ma wo mo mpacho wote nka
na me tu nka pa
me de fo ma be. But at the time, Bimpo, now the late Joshua Clement, no national security, now Minister of State at the Ministry of Interior. Now me call Joshua Clement home senior. Now me come do our phone. I gave my phone. We could do for me so daddy. We a Minister of State, could you phone? Me say no. I am a Minister of State. Sorry, the Ambrasian number Bibra Eboy. You are a Minister of State at the Interior Ministry. What could office be as here and the phone? Then, Mr. Medemediaco. Nipa no, did maybe you name me, including Castle, may you bring one, Minister of State. Only from beyond from Sumra. Let me phone, Uti Martin Pebu as someone or kind of say one packet you be careful. No Martin Pebu one cassa. We don't do that. So and the Nipona Cassa and one cassa you my friend penny about one bonamende. Sometimes woman of once. But with your union see. Martin Pebu has been detained, he has been admitted. I don't know. Almost as you be baby, and I'm almost so one your phone come on from that. Come on, man, self-recognizance bill. Okay, I feel that the mafia call and people are calling for the abolition of the special prosecutor. Mr. Debbie, first, I say, let's say, Mr. Debbie. Mama, because the key could go upon command. And he said, no, Mama, young from one son and you could. So going forward, Mama, abolish the office of special prosecutor. But I think that we need people are God fearing. Na yebeye na yebeja politics say sabati MPP na NDC force here conditions in there. Martin Pebusu Konafi like Professor Zato said the fire we yankan the fire we yankan and I agree with what Professor Zato said. Also never say Martin Pebu NDC for including the Speaker of Parliament, they are all complaining. So let's keep the position intact. But politics in Ghana, politics in Africa, politics in Ghana, politics in Africa, then be just to be saying Yankopon, yes, and Krana.
Nane, said the Okan a while ago, say, not before, no car support, say. Scrapping it off no nanka ne kwamwa no but wutie honorable Kojo Ponkroma wie no
na me samba share the parent law
na ma wadwene asesa so do I also believe say omo call for scrapping no me sure say reasons are womo dia manti a womo sisi agina ye no me sure say no so what what enough na
what about be
reasons are womo dia ye nyina so nti a womo ka say Office of the Special Prosecutor, Yenchemu no. Minim say no so what tibia, and na me bisa say reasons ni tangible enough.
Gabi, it is like what is Ade Abuom hine, continue be sabi or can say be for MPP's presidential sponsor. Now we jina no so aka say ntwa him saying name. What I say? You get somebody obeying the idea emphata any say yes and maturity and civility to second continue being ODB MPP for a presidential person. It doesn't show civility and maturity. It doesn't show civility and maturity. So when you know you try him saying because you are going to be also also you could start seeing and pushing for them. And also, pa. You're going to be a West school, Danny. You're wanting to be a woman, a boy, man for. Baby, in morning to be a nano, will be a senior high school. What to tell mattresses and troubles to be a man and a man for. So, a bit of me idea, a bit of bomb more than you know, a bit of bomb more than a bit of me idea. And see. So konya kade assume hine se continue no sabi oka nsem hu kasate se ti bonko so bia. It doesn't mean that ahinye nyina yen scrap. So also it's what is happening. You may not be comfortable with the acts of omission or commission of Kisiajaben, but that will not be sufficient enough to call for the abolition of the entire office of special prosecutor, because and so the papa and then I make us say yeah be bring I am some ya nke office of special prosecutor but you know characters in cry do the common pressure about some and my be bring ya nyama bibia could you believe say pacha wutin
nana meet you pa.
Could you believe that 2025 And no, they do secondly, tackle the airport. That's who Yanyamano, I look at Nubedra, Honyamano, the big trolley, so I baby. Oh, you can't believe it. Something which we experienced about 15 years ago, and they do secondly, you can't just believe it. So, and you walk to Kotoka International Airport, Namitiya. Make a clinic, where you will and not make a clinic. Echo Pedro, Mikoya or Matu. Maybe a ticket office in town. I'm sure we are no. Because you or one of coin, I would going to say we are not or quack or so. What would you are here for? Clinic about walk to Kotoka International Airport, domestic honor.
Nana, there was
what to prune or quadrant so. A grandmother Olampa, Junsobu, clinic, the whole Kotoka International Airport. Clinic and Junsobu. Can you imagine something like this? Look at the incident at Kotoka International Airport. Yes, maybe do second D. As I'm talking now, I'm in second D. So it means that there's something wrong with us. Sana, special prosecutor, no, the Quago, Quabinabeko. Just before we play a call when you know. Before you clear none about one, we are funny a clear by you do. Sign a special prosecutor, independent minded person. MPP back on fire, NDC back on fire, no, you're. But you know, the politicians will not allow that. The politicians will not allow that. You live in a country, change of government back, bogging you dissolve. Banks like NIB, ADB, commercial bank, or the crowd in money. MPP bar, Obinion managing director, and I see you, we bar, SCC. We are not making something a special prosecutor and soccer crown because the lifestyle, the mentality, the conduct, the behavioral pattern of African intellectuals and African politicians, it leaves much to be desired. President Lee, or my President Kassoba, or be making sure the party for the wonderful judiciary, non-playing and pass or bar. One more point on the Biana woman and the party members. But the conclusion would draw on we are party members. So we have a long way to go. And the special prosecutor, you know, but the moment I call for abolition. Let's see what we can do.
Nana, where the quick one who can be without special prosecutor, no. Ghana's fight against corruption, no. Yen to me, Anna.
Yeah, but to me, why not? But because most of the institutions are yet political. Because MPP bar, National Security or the Nipa, Babadano, Regional or the Nipa Tuano, Hey or the Nipa Tuano, Police Supreme or the Nipa. No, so NDC Soba, sir. So how can you actually effectively fight corruption? Because in our investigation of crime, a guy or yana suva ubia or manuhu and favor ubia a manuhu. No, as I read it, someone answered Martin Pebu said, special prosecutor took $40,000 from a Dubois. I read it somewhere. So no crew, and no crew. But it's a serious indictment because you see the special prosecutor. Now you have about 2 years in Martin Pebu can. Maybe I'm Martin Pebu could tap on. Maybe someone could tap on. It's an indictment. And it's so serious because Martin Pebu as a special prosecutor at the $40,000 for Kwabena Aduboah. Kwabena Adu from Port also. Or Kwabena Aduboah. It's a serious indictment. Who invites Martin Pebu? Who invites his Japan? Who go into the market? So do baby police, especially the police, CID no. Do baby then and case of yes animal. Because the police is an institution. MPP and this police war. Criminal Investigation Department. Police MPP or so with this allegation by Martin Pibu against Kwame. So in any enlightened society, and Cameron and the Kami, in Kadiachi, see a dependent on himself for Martin Pibu, what on himself for Kishia Japi. But you are in a country called Ghana. Like Lewin said, the country called Ghana. Just Martin Pibu was social media. When you did it. When they pass it. We live in a country, you go to the Jubilee House, your national security officers there, you have people at the Jubilee House. Nobody is paying attention to this. So because publication now, I'm going to WhatsApp or no. Because Martin Pibu can. Nobody is paying attention. Near Koyana, but what in America?
I'm a pa.
And I think that we've been let down by the police. We've been let down by the police because police here, the canon, the can see the institutional to me, people and can you no police from entry back. Almost like I said, Idana was a police officer who investigated in the murder of the 3 High Court judges and the retirement general. Idana had no recommendation. It could do a banning. The next time I said, Idana investigation of action the local court to say, what protocol. Of your investigation. The Bia Idana for some called them 5 years. After the expiration of the 5th year, the new Idana sent them after 3 years. There was no bench warrant, no court order, nothing covering him. Idana, police. It was a people for a buyer when they Idana. It is a police you do or no, you see, I did not use no when you are to Idana. No. A young people time I was an obesity in fishing. A young time I was an obesity in fishing. Nasanka Yama police act professionally. And people in fun and same room, and this in fun and same room. And you don't need the office of special prosecutor. You don't need the office of the special prosecutor. Even in the Latin American countries, police may no abiding continuing control is into Tisanka was second day. Nasa be your bonnet now by report to a police station. Utim cost with your life to call report. One can Ubako police station, police headquarters, Utimco, a soldier forces headquarters call report. So in the Latin American countries, five institutions in the Union, Amania come. So we have a long way to go. You know, Kwanika. This 2025 clinic at the Kutukan International Airport. The beer Obergon so in Niwa. This is your 2 Kobe before. If we do Takrade airport, now you pick up the good coalition and the Sassa. I mean, come on, 2025. And you have oil companies be pay water and secondly. So about 10 years back, so you leaders when you could do say, look, you have to say airport to press. Yeah, it was secondly takrade. And the oil companies, a mama boy. And I had the mama 1 year airport. But for security reasons, more airport to my yana bemonica. Send you be uncle for being said by being. I mean, why? What exactly is happening to our leaders, both MPP and NDC?
Nana?
We have been hugely disappointed by both MPP and NDC to a certain extent. Because in Kabinamo Doom can we do can I know my background, make one for 3. MPP train you, NDC train you. We are quite an by. And sometimes you call this bunch of leaders to say, well, we are successful leaders. How can you be a successful leader to bring any argument? If we are saying, train Trump, we have a long way to go.
Nana, any Yanko Guinea.
Yanko
Yanko Guinea.
Yanko Guinea. Can't go in Africa, but you see, Benin.
Benin rather, sorry, Benin rather.
You know, because if you were feeding away, so what feeding away, so none of can give me some more friendly.
Yeah.
None catch a who.
November.
Who? Okay.
In the month of November.
Yeah, oh, friend. None catch a cool will not be a thing of the past. Obi because a cool will be a thing of the past. No. Mommy and Kenny, you're interested in city TV dream, you're correct. Because you see, cool no, or my and you're found said. As long as people feel they are cheated and exploited, they will have a way. I mean, it is an undeniable cardinal principle in history or in philosophy or in theology. And some of the never. Now, me catch I'm sharing the French Revolution by me. No, that was when we were discussing Guinea Bissau. Now, I can say, hey, you see, Patrice, you in Benin, Ohenenana, one man the constitution is a young and feeling soon. Let us say, Nuna Guru, open you know a cousin. And yet, Mekaya, say, but be a woman, yes, you see about. What is there say, Macron, Wakatse Tinubu, on for two Emra Benin. Macron has called Tinubu. Macron in France have called Tinubu so many troops known from Benin. As someone said, you know, now, Echo was for statement to be a and we are. I don't be such Echo was for me. Some you paying for me. I am very again a very little. Because when Patrice Talon, Parliament, or control. On the control, the party control parliament, majority. One more mandate from 5 years to 7 years, September, BB Basic, one was a mechanic, BBS. Echo was Antinian Can. Pakistan, amending Echo was a monococo. After the BBS, as I Echo was, when the bachelor, papa. Because in Yaman and people will not sit down there. And now with the social media, information, a cost of so let's wait up to now in Kita latest media. But I'm reliably told, I think I follow once information by say, Kunani, or kind of private TV station. But the position now, as I'm talking to you now, and say, Kuno Aye. So that is it. Some African leaders, some African intellectuals, they learn history, they don't learn from the history. They learn history, they don't learn from the lessons of history. You know, it's Ben Sonyame, Ben Serinyame, Ben Munyame, never penny bay, Lita Simwa, money a media. Mano, a media, Lita Simwa. So, you have the son, you have been so work, we are done. So that is it. It could be some special prosecutor, Benina. You bet in your canoe. With an empire, may born a cool society will be in power. Then Payame Bobby. Now, coupon training to me, my cool society.
Adendra.
But it's time on come off for amend the constitution or none yet.
Nanay, and said your work said, so you are back, say, the era of cool. Abewi no not nipa no yehwe na dwunumu no, meaning you are expecting more to happen in other African countries.
Yeah. There will plenty. There will plenty. Plenty. Let's not be surprised that one day Equatorial Guinea you have it. In Cameroon, 4 or 5 days ago, one of the opposition leaders in the Yachenoko prison. Well, almost 12 years, pitching by the Yachenoko prison. In a figure for Amma or Yanum, oxygen I had seen so I sank them for being a prison in Cameroon. Well, can no crap or to say that's a Kusi Cameroon and you back I said, a Yoyana, maybe so. Patote nka.
Nana metu nka pa.
Nti ubeka se ya we.
Baby.
Asa toke na pobi ya was Switzerland. On the country no resources na yehwe.
Nana so onu kromo okra wonti wo.
Baby until se bebe to aba na oba ya be ya betu ya. Va do tu ya. Ana okoye. Atinda omtu ya de chira na okoye. Also we are okay. But therefore be a could do Macron was the first person who contacted you. I don't the echo was sentiment issue statement to be out.
And then said I okay in the Cameroon or baby says and they are that's or not say Betty say I want to cool be as you are a bell day.
Well I Cameroon. Cameroon Equatorial Guinea Bayam Cameroon Equatorial Guinea Tanzania Baby and you Baby, I bet you 2 minutes patapaji to me be a day.
Nana, but what of Alassani Ouattara?
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire. Titrune.
Oh, that's a very day. I'm not thinking the parents are saying, I'm going to Then, day. You go for a chapter, but I'm a son. You don't want to free. Ubako, no union shall be here. Now, the more to more, I said it's old on Thomas. So I am the enemy.
I never does no pay.
You're Mr. Doctor.
Have a wonderful day today. 14 minutes after 8. I don't believe why. I am Ranimuni. Shamra Timra. Camera court. Dear Samuina. And you're in the church in Comoina. You would have blown your mood and say, wouldn't him. Activities are not blown your draw. Ye didi bro nya mane ye dead na ye enka ye nsoso baako eye 9 lessons and carols aya na ebaso nsori ekuwudo enyumeku awodo eye bi na ya na dodo na anidi MTN de nachi ejan say MTN 9 lessons and carols na ya na eye fine pa baako amede kai pa patapa no ne carols a de ba ye mayu makoko nam wana fa makoko nam enum bi on de ba stage making it so interesting. And then afibia no MTN 9 lessons and carols wa de ba emma ye kinya the spirit and the enthusiasm in the Christmas season 2025 MTN Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols baso na ebebaso nyame ya adom a memene da ebe 13th December enyumre 7 ewo Accra International Conference Center na afi anyumtofo a wo mo de nyum bagyegie ni ama afi MTN Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols na ye krabehwe Kofi Kinata. It is finished by all means. You better Joe Metal, Kwame Eugene, and then you're good. Put the body on me. I put the body on you, Bisa. Kwame Eugene, and then MTN Viva Voices. Any other exciting performances na Ebekoso on the night of 13th December at Accra International Conference Center. Be there or be square.
101.
Can I say event is strictly by invitation. Na bra, you invite on Kwadi America fi bra. Na afi ye be that afi bia me kind crutch no. When you busuani adofo no. Momre, let's begin the Christmas with MTN Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols. Said MTN for you no. Afi die a betcha afi bia 16 after 8. Live at OK 101.7 FM Ade Akye Abia esinia fin wa joining ya kwaba. And be also reminded say we are streaming live on your social media platforms ni na so. Kaya hona fo adwen kire brand sema ye bo hu nkomman. Now on the line I former director of operations Forestry Commission Reverend Charles Owusu. Yane ne monkomo ewo ene de bon krata no hwe ni na nimu a Office of the Special Prosecutor say me ewo ho baby a ene nti edi se fata se ye bo ho nkomo. Yam ni papa je.
Sopo mejo so.
Pacha na boko de.
De onyame aye ni o. Radio amade pa atwe. Nti nyame na edi aseda. Da kese pa abema no.
Ja enkomo yi de eye enimsam dada yagba na aba bedrum pempen so bi se. Empedifo wo mka ebe mu no mo se agina a wo ma no duru dwom. Aba be kan bi se ebe yanka Office of the Special Prosecutor. Yam pepan yin free okra. Ebi nyi se da bi ye manen wo ho. Minima fa nu be bia wugina.
Yo sopo. Dedi ka ba me na wache. Amencha papa no ye adwuma. Afi T4 ni akefo. Na fa tin chia even command the great to bempa. Mami fo wa fidie so. Enkan che adasa na untie. Se onyame wo ho. Na kwatam te Yesu oye rare. Enye anatsem. Matrati da mahwehwema hu se onyum se krisefum kwa na obi a timide ne kurom kasa bɔ mpae enso onyame tie
sa pepepe
ye yankopɔ no won te kasa ba kopɛ in fact the original Bible no yanso no brofum eye Hebrew nanso Bible nko na yetima translate ama akɔ obi a kasa mu asema wo do no ntimi kasa asem we mfa ho bi and is a wo hwehwɛ ogye wo pepa hu dia hweben Kristo ne som ɛhɔ ɛna saa ɛniɛma meka ho atɛm ɛwɔ abesɔfo ma menka biem sɛ ɔman yi akɔyɛ sɛ ɛfiri bi aba a nipa bi asɔre a ne yɛasɔre atia nyame nkurɔfoɔ asif sɛ nipa no a ɔka nyame nkurɔfoɔ ho asɛm no ɔnyɛ nipa sɛ yɛde ne to nsani ani a ɔno deɛ ɔnyɛ bɔne da obi ye nyame akɔ na temfo nti oba me ho a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ ba na yɛbɛgu ne ho anim ase na yɛfa so bu nyame adwuma anim ase nti na wobɛte one man churches asɔre bi ani hɔ a ɛnyɛ ansate with one person asɔre bi ani hɔ menim deɛ gye sɛ obi ka kyerɛ me ɛnɛ yɛ papa Duncan Williams a ɔwɔ Action Chapel but sɛ asɔre ɔne start yɛ me bɔ a but ɛnɛ ɛwɔ branches nti yɛka no one man church ICGC, but people are going to start you. But they can a one man church, Lighthouse, people are going to start here, and many others. Into a more be now. Say, a sorry be a one branch, not a soft be down one. A case I saw no yasser, papa. I am young Shiny Panan Yami at the name. That is the most important. Now, me, me truthful. The old show ready at you. Number one, the papa. Nemo should be a unyamin sawan swa. And now sans sanusinti. So how be near money be bad? Unyami bet banji was film. They put you. Na many we are seeing the Christo Nisson, a radio being in some. Mamma that in Sonia Pelmuqua cast a yes to Christo, a wagenqua. Bible say over Joe and you fearful in a young wow. Or Joa, no aside you fearful akahum. Enti sabe ene ye bompaye na me bompaye tikase ma me fo bi kasa na e bompaye ba ye wa asuma nje so di bi kasa na e bompaye enti wa ngasa ntimi fa ukrom kasa nkasa tanya me no ye nyame ba ko ana kasa ba ko pe na ote ye nyankopon na o ya ade bo so nyina ewura no da wo bompaye na de oni kire east o se west o se south o se obeda fa wo se obe so regina ho so bunkodojo nyame be tie o di bra Kristo som no mu na awurade bejo na waje fiefo nyina sobo ya kan yamia sam kakra kire Ghana man die na asema wo de to wani nsa bani fo say be panic ni ai na bani fo aja to say ya kase ne banya safo in fact obi a wo ko tia kan bia ohun ehi ndi won ze atoda eni fa kwa hu a police fo na mbofu the police for here no ma you do no ma and so mo kwa di police but because atare ne ya be hye ni wie ha o ko tia boni nti ya ma ne be ye boni tamfo nti me enye me nwanwa the mfitiate na office of the special prosecutor by na bebre adwen ebinim adwen ye omo se enkukura ni mfaso na ehu nya because you were existing agencies to be hodada on betumi den akwatia ketatehye for any kan do kama ye nye kwa so ni bozo mi atia se na mdodo hu ensen kwan ye na ye den ye ma na ye den so dey na police service ho a ye dey NIB baaye ye dey yuko baaye ye Shiraj by any other agencies. Tani the special prosecutor ba. Me feel say service and your bonnet. But I say a separate enipa or dano any adjuma no. Now, Tenika or dano and adjuma or ye no. You feel say ye need you who ye can't want some. No man can say. But you can say, oh, ye good office no. Na ye guno kwan benso. In fact, we can decide to change everybody. Obi o obi a. I feel say adwuma mo ye no enso ye ni as o man ma no. You bet want to say obi a. But ye to oba. Ye sesa ban ma ban ko oni ni apamfu nyina kwa ye dia ban foforo ba no. So pepe here. In fact, ye to oba ma mampani a o ba ahodo. Na sabi o mo nya niam yi a. Ne sent ni aka say my and trouble be man. And to me, many one hour or more can say, young shit na the name be a cosna saying, ya. Yen sis, ya, I dream, say, 1 hour, young Muno. In fact,
where there before, back off word, no baby, I say, if that is the case, he say, and there may be a uncle ye, office, one and a young year. Do we admit it, some part, there may be uncle ye, and young ye na. Eye nema ben
so uhwe se de komodi a ekoso de ba ko aye se sika ye de ma no eso ba se sika no so ye hu ehun faso that is komodi a ekoso be se bedem kra amba so ye sika no ma no ye se akontabuo be koso ana ye sika no ma no wi a ye jai sika no ma no sa ahweke se de ma hunti no ono a hu 2 meter spending se de opa na ese se e bisa for accountability because you see in the pose ukunja unija nkunja for all me kuntia ketatehye for any kan abra no nso na fe ye hodo ti ye mani sika ana na djuma o ya ye hu adjuma no se de e koso ese se ye timi enti tete no wo hwe kwan a ade no ntama e koso ho na ye hia proper investigation and ye betimi akamu to a conclusion say Ade way anyway na waya you feel say am famra kwan so etiamra because untimi nkumjafo nija untimi nkuntia bone enye bone ndi se bi sa akivia ene bi feel say ehia say yeti investigative body a eba betina si ni ya hwehwe since ye nua no be start adwuma all year as a leader of that institution no omudwuma omudi kwan omudi afaso ene omuhihye nyina na yenhwe se enamra kwan so se namra kwan so a yenya ne kwan ma nko ebe mpanifo se untimi nto abofra no ene nsuo nyina den entu musa it is now established it is a fee say na dwuma ye na enso ye ni asomanba I understand the petitions are hold up for omenpani ho ama omenpani so afford the petition akoma chief justice say yehu omohwe na yehu se bibia koso na wrong na ye beti committee not through that committee no ye bema ye nua no akọ ya appoint obi fofora eno omo ya adwen se ntwe nso na onye ebone so a ye man entrance onye na djuma but ye adwen say the fact that niema bi wo ha e koso a yen yehu ni se enye na yen tiasie na yefi se mfam na kwan so ani titinchine atwan yen to office ni na antumu na yen pam obi a ma nkwa me no mo ya adwen sa eyeyi e wom se nipa bi ni mo ha wo ma omo niema bi o ma yeye no en hwe dan fa kwan mu sa ba me metan asam mentan nipa ade ko na wa ye na e ka ho asam enye ni nipa dua na ho asam na se ye ka. Yes, Owe Kijabin might have done certain things that Abia or mine man of the one in your home. Yen na some young cast some na and the corner why you know potty and want them. ne nipadua no de yɛyi nsi nkyɛn yɛ feel sɛ anko yia office no yɛ wɔn hyehyɛ wɔ hɔ yɛde appoint a special prosecutor ɛne yɛsan wɔn hyehyɛ wɔ hɔ a yɛde yi wɔn na me feel sɛ nka yɛsua Americafoɔ deɛ ne koraa deɛ a Americafoɔ no mo hyɛ dɛ ni permanent prosecutor wɔ te hɔ ɛyɛ case by case ɛna wɔn de appoint special prosecutor because sometimes nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a ɔhwehwɛ mu a yes he's a lawyer but ebia na ne expertise any baby a ɔhwehwɛ mu akɔ no nti asɛm biara ne nka nipa nkɔ bi nkɔ bɛgyina asɛm n'ani adi nti mefa sɛ biribi fa tax ho a we need a tax expert a sɛ bi ɔyɛ lawyer a ɔno ba bɛ prosecute that case na wɔde ahwɛ sɛ sɛbi mmara ne pɛpɛrɛ yɛ den ɛbɛyɛ adwuma nti we can also the ɛkɔto yi bɛtumi ama ntipan aba sɛ we will have the office but yɛnya maybe a permanent prosecutor with the animal but it will be judged based on a case by case they are appointed bi so a efi dodo na yɛde appointed ɔmo nso no ebi a ebɛtumi ahwɛ na yɛate mfie nso ɔmo naba fam sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ebi a afi biara no yɛbɛri new nipa no ne appointment if that is the year say ya sɛ ɛbɛyɛ ama nipa no so yɛkipu no on the toes sɛ o yɛ appoint me ne wɔ mfie nson yɛ bi na me mfie nson no ɛdɛn ɛbɛyɛ sɛ mfie nson no nuru ha me yie bɛyɛ den ɛno nso tumi de yɛka nsɛm biribi ɛsɛ den ɛba nti ɛyɛ adwentoato a ɛyɛ adwenkyerɛ ɛfiri sɛ wei a aba no nyinaa no yɛnya ho abosrɛ ma yɛmfa abufuo na yɛmfa nyɛ nneɛma no yɛwie a asan ba bɛha ɔman no ɛtena ase asɛ ɔman ma yɛnhwɛ ne papa a ɛbaayɛ abɛyɛ bɔne no a sɛbi anamfo nsoɔ no a ɛfiri sɛ akɔ so na yɛntete bi mfirim na yɛhwɛ kwan yɛfa so a yɛsi nipo a ɛbɛtumi aboa ma ɔman yi yɛtasehwɛ ne prɔyɛ ne kankan a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛboa na yɛntumi ntu aseɛ mmom deɛ but yɛ minimize no ne kɔ fam obi ka kyerɛ sɛ corruption yɛtasehwɛ ne prɔyɛ ne kankan yɛbɛtumi atu aseɛ koraa a wɔboa sɔfo wɔn na ɛkɔdi bɔne a ɔkra obi kɔdi bɔne a ɔnkra na yɛyɛ nipa so nko ara deɛ wonya nipa no nyinaa ma yɛ nyinaa yɛnwe nkɔfa akɔda ɛdɛn a nti na mfonsoɔ so nti ɛne yɛyɛ mmara yɛnim sɛ nipa nyɛ mfonsoɔ deɛ a nka mmara ni hɔ nti ɛdɛn a mfonsoɔ ɛbɛba ɔmoyɛ nipa so nti a ɔmoyɛ adwuma office of special prosecutor ɛnkyerɛ sɛ sɛbisɛbi ɔmo yɛ abɔfoɔ one way or the other no ɔmo adwuma yɛ de mfonsoɔ bi yɛ dɛn ɛbɛba ɛno nti na ɛsɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ obi bia yɛbɛma me so akɔ office hɔ even appointment of the workers ɛwɔ hɔ ade nti na ɛsɛ yɛma obi yɛ special prosecutor ɔna appointing nkɔfɔ de ɔmkɔ ade ntia ebia nka yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ institutions na yɛbɛ second nkɔfɔ akɔ hɔ maybe police administration for ɛde ɔmo yɛnsɛ staff ɔmbɛ second bi a nipa bɛyɛ 5 or 6 a ɔmo investigators ɔmo bɛkɔ hɔ ebia Ghana forces na pɛ sɛ ɔmo di nipa ba hɔ a ɔmbɛ second obi aba hɔ ebia GRA for pɛ sɛ ɔmo second auditor general bɛ second the attorney general office bɛ second yɛbɛ second nkɔfɔ from institutions account bom so that the leader of the institution special prosecutor no yɛn mma na ho nkwan ɛma ne nya sɛbi fahodie sɛ deɛ ɔpɛ bia ɔbɛyɛ point number because my reading epistles ahodoɔ from other people a ɛkyerɛ sɛ nkɔfo ɔno ɔmo yɛ adwuma no ɔno ana ɛde ɔmo baa hɔ there are people that ɔno ɔmo ayɛ adwuma on the firm there are people that they think that they are friends ɛne ho ɔno ɔmo ɔde ɔmo ɛdɛn aba abɛyɛ adwuma hɔ that is nkɔfo bi adwene ɔmo ka saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a adeɛ nti na sɛ yɛyɛ biribi a ɛte sɛ sɛyi na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde kuntia kɛtansɛ no pɔyɛ ne kankan no yɛma kwan sɛ woyɛ leader a woba a kɔfa wo nkɔfoɔ bra so that you can have control over them dabi working with someone doesn't mean that you must necessarily have a control over that person ɛyɛ adwuma na wode nipa korɛ de ɛyɛ nti me fii sɛ yɛmfa nsakyerɛeɛ mu mmra
I'm try to be more.
Presentation, you have appointed for Mama. Now, if you are head or so, even a Koba Jumajibia, Yegibiana, even baby, and if from Bika Kakakakading at the Abaho. Maybe they are coming. Asia Nemuye. And if what says Yabuna, and you may be Koswa, and a Koso, I, and Yan home. Young Shady and such them. In fact, that you invite what? You. Why you invite me? My back. May buy out my show. Now you're making the animal be a family. Now, two and half frame. One away what frame some in row. No, not one consent for you opposite in a camp myself. Over here. That is what is happening in this country. Sir, it's also my own who should win every year. Me aka say who's a bonny way na why ye. I don't see a no from na council. Where the AN say, you see a two year near the cocotum, near the quarter, near a court record to say, my acquiring and quaint to him. Now, your special police office in Qua, police for Yabi. Police for Yabi in Ghana. Yeah, Chini Panel, you know, near Paradise in the court. Or we are a court, it's a court, no money bill, because the investigation, woman bill no best year or best investigation. Ah, now only the Amaya, and I'll make a court. Only the Amaya, and I'll keep it to me. And there are lots of people. Yeah, you are my court. I remind you, you will be an investigation, and position. No compensation. No compensation forever. You're good if any matter, your number of papers, your number team is so you can't even hold some pot. And see, subby. Then you have any, and I you can say special position, Kizabi. All the quarter or a Branimi. Yes, Obian from so I am from Rafanso. But mid what to no. Hey, too much. Now, and next, Obi Timothy Obi. No, I can't say, for bill over 100 million, I can't say, Ghana City. Fabra, I didn't hear. Nipan will be on 4 white people. This is like a summer at your toes. No, I am no quainty. Tell it here. The Kwame said, I don't know, I need to say, no credit. I don't know what this bill I mean to be here at Tomaso. And Brown say, me for copying and rather can say, me before. In this society, I don't need a chimney bar. Yen to me, mano, say, bill. I'm a different corner, Yamma as a needle and cosso, they would differ, and Braquan said, and fasten, yet never so. That's the way across what check. But unfortunately, no, Abambia was why I ended it. Now that the NDC government is in power, Obi, I actually be a money bill, justifiable. You justify a yes. No, so free power then, yet you be at them. Any MP before. 70 almost 10 Kata, name is Ricket. Almost free of them are 50 in Ra. There are a lot of cases that you didn't call for 2 months. Not as I see a moment bill. Then you decided say you don't get your way power life. The 777 Chief Apostle Dr. Usu Bempa or church. Ne mami. Ne busia 4. How would he even run away from his church? Now I'm a pastor of the church. But to me, my bill. Me do what to I did some work for court. Not just God is what you want to court to say. My remind you because you see you go through your investigation. Now you didn't to me. Everybody was quiet. Oh, the rule of law is working, and the MPP that time rule of law is working. Nobody is above the laws of this country. Man for he has done so well. And then we think of what he has to be man. No more Kasta. President I set it. And I will think of what my woman will be. I have not been dreaming one. It's say, look, to be in Yamusun, you know, in Yamusunia. Me soon they buy different. Men me soon yame. Me slow radi, and me do radi. The chronic and anything in Tia. She ever come across my one. The idea Kusia and Yano, may find your Kusia. Yana Yan Tum at a point there. Macho, and Fanfa will be armed lying. The culture touch Maria, now we remember. They did it to the NDC. In our previous government. You won't go for no more Yakurana, you win your quiet. Be a chum of water. And no one's a table not ten. And then now when you mean some. Who be I did 2 minutes on sour way, who be a kind who said 2 minutes, who said 2 minutes. Yamete so, you be answering so. And if you are any need, you may say, who says a 10 or 10 by your wa. how would you feel? That would it at times would be a new breath? You will be born because we to me. But won't hear me on my gun. To me, in your media. I'm telling you. To me, in your media. The what I say so, as I say, is so many also. Me in your media. A claim in what point, I never knew other than what I see so. The moment you to me, what I own, never to me take any papa who is so. But then, when you're bashing a man, when I'm a strong about for America. I am not saying that a bonnie cotra, my uncle Bonino. Nemo in say a quintia bonino, my and your bonnie out of prayer quintia bonnie. And that is idea I had. See, maybe they are coming. Who become me, I can't say. Office of the special prosecutor. But I am starting for funny, you did that. The enemy one what's the problem there, Abba. The problem is we are at the piano. Ghana, woman, young table. Now I am correcting those mistakes, though. So the constitution crowd where it will be an amended part of the constitution. Because if we said, Mrana, and on 1960, maybe other and then all the band now, you saw and Shada and Wasa, the amended certain portions of the constitution, you know. I am with money. We can still also amend certain things I work, special prosecutor act them. And then my fine the obey and obey. You will be other family council. I feel so appointment of workers in any tenure of a special prosecutor office in Crown. The very heading such a heading. I don't say by ya. And near my year whom ya dream with your feet and your papa. It be time to give.
Yeah, but that's a power no pay. Now, wait a quick one. That means even the office no crown, special prosecutor no crown, you bet me your who be. I am going here, say, Kiseja Biancra, say they be a proposal. Yan Quine.
Yes, Kwame, maybe if you say, Yemiano, say, the be on home. Na a failure, so be freedom and all one, Yakisto. I feel the Jimmy Dino, the young say, I'm called and for Papa Muno, Yajimono, I and Famra Pansono. Yasano. Na obit adwumano enu se obi adwum se obetima ye because why my meaning all can sabi obi o charge o Ghana law school ye sabi ka onye obi a o ye kwafia pasa bia ye adwuma sa ahwe nta ontumi den eye mind you say at the tray way a different from prescription into a different field na den waba ye hu nyema bi na se nkoyi a fa try ba na if we can still keep him fine. Any problem. Baby, and such Nima Abano. Who say a bro to say, you didn't damage on a year. Young fat, Emra now you're gonna find. Not be all but when you see who will be for be. But my young fat said you, the before, my young fat will be obeying the before a system. Anyone dance here, any. Many ye be a wire, the fee say, and your papenti. Hey, Nasso, Yan Cata identity. Young kings, you know, any about Renina and to move. You say you move Koswa, whether or your bonia, you be on your bonia, you do. I don't think I make fair or non so. Oh, we say a bar 10 go for calling for me remove I. Again, to me, sorry, Precopa and Cata, I get more major. The due process, eh, yes, one. Sana also a junko phone to na say a bus or junko phone to man. Offer the same due process and find your juma. I'm 24 said, the idea one and your tenor. And find you here. I am sure. Say, and there I have body will be. Or you need to end that. How is it going to feel? But also, your body will be a trouble on thing. Good depending on Matia. They are okay because of your agency. I'm saying, and go for being man shot. What you like to be about? What the next court? What's it so dim? But show the young black out to some. Let me show a picture. I mean, found a trouble thing. But oh, the tiny about the court, not to a new far. And you are saying, oh, you're good if I come. Open up a paper. Open a day in a water paper. Ura Ajabi. And no office. What will be a big now? And if I could do, I'm an office. Na min child photograph. I think so. Prison. I think anyone who prison or prison actually photo for record. Now, we didn't find for the Abegum one thing so. Meanwhile, I also made the whole due processing. Now, any pan of court. Now, Odin Kunimuya. Any pan in Guasiana will go over no paper. Once and then go for able chisel and go for egu hufi and go for cancer. Saying no crew, ye catch also. I am sure. So, any pan quandy when you're happy about it. And the Mumayan Tiasian. That Moja na Mubium. Mumayan Tiasian. The Empeniforce Nimoe and Sawa at the tone Toma. Now, your bodin, Shembra, and yet the Tumra, and yet. And the idea and yet, no. Yes, you'll be, the young said. A Jumana, ya shows us our Babayano. Obaya show when you yam. I shall gun and Munyam because I shall when you shall gun and Munyam. Not what Bussian to when you're wedding and Munyam share. Intimidate, you make kind of say. I would say, when we in a young would say, whatever I say, no. You two week a yen, you must run your near stadium. Now, your man penny phone sink on Yantanase. The young chest and Fonsobia Aquaswa, and Tensenmo. Near my office, no, and got one running.
So, we better shall not pay.
One is when that's a
Your name, Reverend Charles Owusu, or your anchor name, Director of Operations, our Forestry Commission, and a church in Komoi. 8:45. Ade Akye Abia live on OK 101.7 FM Sunday. Now, you're quite your Nimuno. Regnant Properties and Investment Limited. Regnant Properties and Investment Limited. Yes, say Mokoko when you know say inso hia papa. Say bia wunya enhia landlord bia wotete nipa. Landlord bia wo have dwen a e na obeka say oh asase a ya tosi down wo say hu hia. See asumrufi adwo a kramanya dabre. Na wakwa akotena baby ama landlord no ono na chemita meter won no che no ono ne dem owo washing machine wo ho wonso so dem uyi TV ene ceiling fans mienu ebo ho a electronic gadget bi ene obio nanso so mo ko top prepaid a mutia ne pe ono ne dem won washing machine deep freezer si ho san wo ceiling fan wona wo ceiling fans mienu pe any TV no osan so ne wuchem na the washing machine say wa wunim say the esi current wonko shia landlord abaju se bi mane ntete ho landlord da was tukura na wu tukura no oba be wura wo demokrasi se oniema kura no otumi eni na busuafo tugu so kura bo etu wo sen kura mane yeye landlord bi wunya nsia landlord alomojata enka Regnant Properties and Investment Limited in Kaiboyi ko be na yiwasemi hia na wesinkete esiesi giren awie hinam so se de tie biara 2026 de obe passas ni bi na single room kura no a wa yesisu adem light ni wa kura eye benya landlord bi anadwo de siom a wado abobo prokokoko adan a ote cent bi incense deben wonzo dam wo se bi bobo kura wonzo bi mosquito kura wonzo bi atete na yeye ehunahuna na yeye anatu na me wafasi bi fra brochire ba ena fan ko si hen Regnant Properties and Investment Limited say landlord no na sas no si dan wo so no otenkai bo bi se yia na otu nwa na makoto asase ne bi emfie be etwem no si dan no ena nei enho abehia wo no entunzo so se edan si na se wuhia asase Regnant Properties and Investment Limited de mejimedie end of year promo ena aba we ya asase ho promo mejimedie end of year promo up to 30% off asase ne bo no ye yi 30% free so and next year in asase bi wo pram chopoli just few meters from the Saglemi affordable housing no asase no nanka 70,000 Ghana cedis nanso ye bono don komi 50,000 Ghana cedis meaning ye yi 20,000 mua ene free so gomua akraman ene gomua poten ewo Winneba highway ni so na boko na contractor yi wie kwan no a saka so akosi Winneba highway no ebe dane from Johannesburg asase nanka 25,000 Ghana cedis but the don't come in inti ye 5,000 ne free so am say aka 20,000 Ghana cedis pe na ebi a woni sika ni na bum wo ho wo de for half of bra just pay 50%, which is half of the amount na sha se akura si udan no ye penintam ye pese wutu na wasomjo and two half na aka no no wetu an kakrakra but Shannon said this offer is for just 20 plots. We na make an 20 plot to pay and no some pay. Me na meka kire o asase ne bo no ubenya na original price nya dia yates no. And to come first and be served first. What you asase no a indenture wo ho. Any side planning na ya de be ma wo. Wu kwada ne memene de bia no. Say ye pram chopoli ana say ye gomua akraman ana gomua poten ena poten okohwe asase no a wukwada ne memene de bia no ya do be ko ho anopa no wotwe na bas netu na do akokire bebia opani atwa ama won ye office nso no pese wo ba one on one ye tenase a why not ye wakasoa akwele wo tra new market ne pe Ragnar Properties and Investment Limited ne wo yi so be frɛ yɛn so a ɛne frɛ sesi a 0549 54 4510 0549 54 4510 ɛna 0530 72 09 20 0530 72 09 20. Ragnar Properties and your property, our priority. Akasumadu na nonkrumabo 10 to 9. Ade Akye Abia woki FM sini on the line. Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. Ni botire mu honam kompokese okasafo ni muma agigye mama nsantie. Osan ye ne boafo soronko. Ono kure ya ye mranim ni NPA National Petroleum Authority Penny Power Dano Lawyer Godwin Eduji Tamaklo Lawyer Mache
many an open me chawo cheerful
na near tearful na je so da wase brani adaje wonyame anope ya ye bonkomo se bibia boko de
na mnadom
Enra was exactly a year majority of Ghanaians enya ura His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC mugidie eto aba sande mobile imprenuso in the Fourth Republic said ya canon no resetting agenda 1 year so far how far
so good meda wo ase biom le na mada otwedi ampon nyankopon aseda eni kabia Ghana asofo chochoro meda omu nyina nso ase ene odimampa ya omobo ediama omayi meye no meda Ghana fo ankasa nso ase sebi emra yeba omenim ene omampeni John Dramani Mahama the message the agenda for research sebi omunya sompa etie yen omantie yen kwa omuye ye adom eto aba overwhelmingly 56+% edema President John Dramani Mahama amayen American say a very good, in fact, 2/3 majority in Parliament. Asedan kwana meet me the Amagana for. Na meet me answer so I can say based on that confidence now or more President Mama Emunu. Sebi on also I and I dream say Sebi won't take it for granted. That mandate now or Modia man or no. We now motoma no overwhelmingly no on taking it for granted. Inti idea yeguso yes solve Ghana for problem one after the other. Once again, yada Ghana for you now say.
Now moda Ghana for Asia na 1 year. Oh here policies are abided by titru ne dia mo capture ye e wo mo manifesto ni mu a na 1 year Kamia say most no flagship ones no are being inaugurated, launched, and they are a big
aggressively. Investment economy,
but yet
can big push. Yet me who then there are major roads. Look in Ghana, Accra, the road from Accra to Pram is very important. Open up Accra to another part of the Volta region. The road from here to Dodowa will open up Accra to another region. The road from American Accra to Central region. Obian our Namsa the contractors are working the day and night. Meno cases is here Accra to Ofango Kwan over $70 million in the release Ediama contractor. Sabu Obian Kasi 4 years we are BBI in 1 year. Pameno say Ghana Yesika 7. It is in better shape than we took it. And then and Crawford are now buying Ediomoka domestic debt exchange program. You go so you homo. You go so you homo. Ye Ghana, ye CD. Nana do dan kweku fuado say CD no aye hata. CD no enu nyam na article no. And they CD na aye more stable than the ever fire. And the Ghana ade friend inflation. And the inflation above from single digits. Interest rate fall. Or no name. But again, let me say this, and I say this with all due respect. Have we done everything that we promised Ghanaians? I'm not sure. How many years in Omodiama SCN? 4 years. So far, how many years? After 1 year. It is work in progress. It is work in progress. And I am very confident that by the time our man Penny John Dramani Mahama a big year 4 years now, the social contract now, Yene Timamufo, Yene Ghana for a signing here on the 7th of December 2024. No, Yabeye Amagana Abeka Beshe. Minia.
Lawyer, we are watching the money regardless. I don't know, the Abiana, Ottawa Swan, Otu from the opposition. A legend say the big one, no crown and I more campaign mantra, crown one, we are who did 24-hour economy. No, little is seen about it. I know no community and no crown a bet spearhead more progressive and developing agenda. No. And the answer much other.
Obian Chen die, even me, cram me, Majuma Mayano, as MP, Crameno Cassay, Yate hearing committee. But at you, Yepe Quanya, Yebe 24-hour no, in the petroleum downstream. And no Kai Cassay committee no, Comac 4 hours so, that Chamber of Bulk Oil, Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, or more. Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors or more, Ghana Police also, oil companies no eguso. Meno can say YPC and started a pilot program. Ewo osu any cantonment anytime from now. Na oba bibi a ye jetty ye de oil no ba bibi efa answer e de aba o man no munso. A yadia ye per kwanya ye bet me started the 24-hour economy. ye per se ye netema oil refinery ye better kwanya bit me started the 24-hour economy. It is obi kasi anamuntu bia enko so a sebi no nim the air koso. I can tell you, even at Mimi sector, what we are doing to ensure say we materialize the 24-hour economy, and I know say other places are equally doing the same. Yes,
I see.
I can understand. Look, Sebi, my co-opposition now. In the year 2016, my co-opposition also means
Hello, Leah.
Hello, Major Jamie.
I'm Pacha Fediaba.
In 2016, my co-opposition also means co-opposition, I knew my bit me for forward. Why you say I'm young, Mamma, what me what the moon?
Hey,
what there would be Muntia. And sometimes me who many are non MP before, names and more Mokekana. I can understand. I've gone through that stage before. Hey! And especially we shall one more defeat in Swa. You won't be there since 1996. 1.7 million votes. Aha! 1.7 million votes. You won't be there since 1996. Aha! It's a baby Saba. Senyanko Pam Bam who therapies are. Oh, one thing about me about them. Me come draw. Look, me say Nyanko Pam Ambe Mu Amawan who therapies. I'm a young cancer. What me about them? What to wow words way or want to ma? Intermediate that be me who I try to sympathize with them because I've gone through that stage before. The year 2016. Sure. Massa. And easy. Cry.
I see. Beyond 1 year in power, no, and the Inquisitor front page. What do picture ba? And what the atom was in Bia Oka, Milim say, Oka, ya dear, and ye bisa Okatri. Eduji backs Office of the Special Prosecutor. Okanesa.
Oh yeah. Maybe honestly, me, I don't see the pages in here. Obeka say, yeah, scrapping that office. Ojaji. Na sabi. The say conversation bano. Me who say Parliament na de emrano de buy. It only be me. They go back to 26 October 2017. A brand new Parliament a debate Samrano. In a meko take MPs nina and sama omuna kekaye. Or the young for or say chairman Sabonsi. Yema me Gloria Kufu. Honorable Haruna Idrisi. Honorable Inusa Husseini. Roxanne Dafiama for Obi Biasama Oka ye Bernardania for. During the debate, Andre Japamesa, during the debate on the passage of the office of the special prosecutor. And when I look at the debate then, and in some way, I think that there is no basis to scrap the office. Look, Minya, in fact, Oshe, 12th November 1956. But your date near then. 12th November.
Okay.
1956. How many years ago?
Hey, 1956.
1956.
Hey,
almost 70 years plus. And
sure.
Not the same thing, not a war or such. In fact, on that day, 12th November 1956, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Amoh, not only the leader of government business, Oba Parliament. Oba Parliament concern already FRC your attorney general, and whether the attorney general na near what so on your politician, that's a partisan person, and also on your professional. What you mean? And the debate is there. Concerns our surgical Dr. Kwame Nkrumah every year. Mekai Emra Nanado Dankwe Gufado, President Kufo appointed no as Attorney General the year 2001. Subsequent MPP 2016 manifesto. It was a parliamentary hazard on 26 October 2017. It captures said the office of the special prosecutor is part of the MPP 2016 manifesto. Eventually, NDC Amanyoku Eka say, war, party na edge probity and accountability etu. Now, the idea of corruption and its impact on poverty and our development is huge. In fact, the United Nations UNDP, which almost statistics on the impact of corruption among others. And so you can be a state officer which will help us fight against corruption. But what I say, and at that time, we should debate now. Mekai Osechi Menshabunshi and some of Kanye, Minya Yabuabia Samoa, and some of Kanye on the floor. A Japana, as some of Mokaye, and you may do, as some of Kanye, NDC MP, Saruna Edrisu, Oninke Kahum, and some of Mokaye answer. Parliament passes Sambrana. Clearly, me who any basis. I see now so at the scrapping the office. I think that we must draw the distinction. The office and who occupies it. But what I say?
Okay.
If Lubia occupy now, no, Sebi or mono home modia is a different matter.
All right, lawyer and Sana Yabeba, two separate entities here. Can one say the office and the occupant, no? Can we look at the performance and the impact of the office itself since its inception?
KPI has been a demand office now. Key performance indicators been a demand office now. So an opera over studio, will produce a beba or bar or see advert senior. If you interview will be answered, you need to pause and read out these adverts. Through the adverts, in a month, almost how many adverts in a show ya or the abba? Sikasen or generating business and our the buy interviews and are conducted. Resource person men, stories no a trendy na. Stories now creative problem and organization now. Your friend the key performance indicators KPI. KPI been the demand office no. Minya. Because if we don't know the KPI, what will be the basis for comparison or judgment? What are we judging them based on? In any case, the office is barely 7 years and 2017 till now.
Yenimukrano, Ubisa, Ubia Dobekane said, Office of the Special Prosecutor, the Yenmise by to fight corruption. And 5 years near now, you boom Kuntania corruption cases. Our office no Eddie and in Kunimua, a dear bar, and a year, and a mapinage, you almost say.
Corruption fighting sometimes is not necessarily a conversation about conviction. It's also deterrence. The mere fact that Minister Office be or Sam, be a misro. Ojaje. Me be a misro because Minuse Ebia. Just by example, Obi Obet Miaka say, Osha a political history. Hardly. In fact, hardly. In our baby say, Attorney General, or no, why investigate your non party member. But look, President Kufuor be a president 8 solid years. But you, the only person not by a investigate or prosecute a Malam Isa. And no Kranan for Malam Isa Crass and Uncle MPP ni Bapa Nankasadi and Nanka investigating about what way PAC means here. 8 years of President Kufuor. In fact, at a point, President Kufuor say Office of Accountability at the Office of the President. Ekusi saying NDC by 8 years. Abuga Pele. Okay. Okay, Abuga Pele. President Nanado Danko Kufado by 8 years. 8 years no. MPP ni Baba Pana. President Kufuor abai ankasa attorney general Yemami Gloria Kufu and now go for the Guadami investigate or prosecute here. Only may be at 7. But only more bizarre. One who say Okra was struggles or Bekai. But so Kaises and Melkuna Nanadu AM Penino. Office of Special Prosecutor investigate the DNPPA Chief Executive Officer ABAJ. Okay, contract for sale.
Yeah.
Amanase ye wejuma. Okay.
Contract for sale. Abankesim.
Na send your friend PPA boss. What's your name? Company say talent discovery. The ne brother and ne brother-in-law down noa omunya contract procurement contract and others. Rufiana. Sebi okay, Yamami Cecilia Tapa investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And many others. Intina Yekomu say from your independence, no, it is always after a binding befiso and see it Sebi. And now NDC Attorney General Abbey. One will say some former appointees, they have been investigated. At least some are before court. And you understand? All those are things that happened when Nanado was president. I know what Attorney General and how come say all those investigative bodies never saw those things happening? How come? If you share your political history now, not Akoba say, and maybe say Yankasano Yentini and yet peer review among ourselves. So the whole intention is a young pair office beer, regardless of whether NDC or NPP no on found. If you share and run a parliament pass a law, Omoka say the special prosecutor, you have managed 7 years non-renewable term. Or just 7 years media, it doesn't matter. He must go home. It doesn't matter. He must go home. Okay, I'm not president. I'm not done with Kufado. Oh, and yet the same special prosecutor in an investigating Northern Development Authority issue. No, so okay. Assembly Court, Tamale High Court. Assembly Court, Tamale High Court. Case now. Office of the Special Prosecutor Ade Court to honor. At the end of the day, Attorney General found the prosecution witness SP found the prosecution witness Judge said yes, they have made a prima facie case. I'm an afraid witnesses. Now he had asked the accused persons to open their defense. So I want us to do this discussion dispassionate, no emotions. Let's look at, interrogate the numbers. It's a very simple conversation. Two, like I said, you bet me the occupant of the office from the office itself. Said you say, Nipana occupy no embo number. Constitution say, said Emrano say, the occupant no, so ye adie na enya dia eso moa. You, you won't quite see a baby in the office no by Article 146 of the Constitution. Article 146 of the Constitution. Simple. And that one requires evidence. You bring a petition, you state your grounds, your evidence. Me no cases is here. Petition be crack or man penny ho. Wa refer the Akoma Chief Justice. The Chief Justice find it said there is a prima facie case. The Chief Justice very honest or better a committee to investigate. At the end, if the work of the committee says he needs to go home, that's it. So we can draw a clear distinction. And in fact, one of the grounds are incompetent, stated misbehavior. So yours is to go and say, when I say this man is incompetent, KPI when to for failure, simple. Simple.
Lawyer, reasons in be I believe say I don't know any pebia yen as was and Kebayanka office no yen scrapping off on the year. Bako from Mensha South MP, who is accusing the office of abuse of power.
So file a petition. But what I say, file a petition. Make us venture. In the year 2017, when your papa a friend is Dr. Puni.
Cocoa board.
Okay.
Former Cocoa board.
Fantastic. Now the then CEO of Yoko, they didn't kick him off. Police need penny be a power charm. It's President Anado Dankwa Kufado appointed his own by a Yoko boss. And also, or investigation if a Cocoa board affairs and Opuni. Almost starting investigation around April 2017 and almost all my freezing the account. You're freezing the account on your access to the account. So until April 2018, a year after, in the court said, after 1 year, the freezing order must be taken off. In a Yakobo Mua. Ye Yoko Farmer Court. A file application on my court. Guess what? Yenya fee court. Them were not judging a grantee application or you freezing order. Yenya fee court them one a Yoko as a buyer as party. Ebe file an application to freeze the account again in a judging a grantee. Then we file an application or motion to set aside that freezing order. Say after 1 year, ABCD. So the man should be allowed to have access to his account. Minia. Judge no, OTA argument in Nigeria or say I will err on the side of caution by refusing the application to defreeze the account. Yankasa in the Supreme Court. You do Supreme Court for Sisharara. In moving the application for Sisharara, Messinia Samuel Kujo. A year no. A judge for the Supreme Court, Ebisa Yoko lawyer, Mrs. Avotre. I still remember vividly. Say, Mammy. Now Yoko na Parliament he pass act no. Sana yes a Juma. Was it to come and abuse the fundamental rights of people? Is that why the office was established? In fact, may I say judge for no bisa lawyer for Yoko, Mrs. Avotre say now, Mammy, I will say, what say, Opuniji say 23,000 cities, if an account more, and more investigating. If that is the case, freeze that particular transaction, 23,000, and allow him to use the account. Because you say you want to preserve it for the purpose of investigation. Also, Nipana is 23,000. Meanwhile, you have frozen an account that contains money more than 23,000. Does it make sense? In open court, the judges were so angry and told the lawyer for Yoko, said, look, we are not going to allow you to turn the Yoko into a monster. Abuse of office. Yakasi and Scrappy Yoko. Huh? Yakasi and Scrappy Yoko. No. You deal with the officers and allow the institution to grow. Sebi. Which security agency will Mamuha accuse your mother of abuse of office? Is it Ghana Armed Forces? Even National Security, we blame them. Is it Ghana Police? Which of the security agencies has never been accused of abuse of office? Maybe so. So we can draw a line between the office, the occupants, and look at their respective competences. In any case, the maker of the law say, "Unipa odi 7 years." Kisi all is here. Wanya out of 7 years, why you move 5? I can't 2 years no non-renewable. And yet those officers are said you yenya appointed one unless you call retirement and so be to make you office with the parliament said that be 10 years, 7 years, unya year, so why you with you 1 year with you back on your manako. That ends it. So Parliament itself envisaged a Bibi Sabit Nyaba. It was a matter occupants 7 years non-renewable term. Yapon.
And lawyer, in your view, we are kind of 2 years here, young Chama on Chamiana.
At this point, that matter, that question is no longer relevant because there are petitions before the president, petitions before the chief justice. So at the end of the day, Chief Justice Ben Ejuma, if he finds out there are enough grounds for you to be removed, whether I count with 2 years or I count with 2 years, so that will be the end.
And if in absence of, if there was to be an absence of a friendly and petition, probably you will wish to send 2 years in any money.
No, that's what the lawyer, the lawmaker did. Parliament Ankasan did 7 years non-renewable term. Sasu say, hey, Kisi is a young man. He has graduated 50 years. So that's it. But in 2 years' time, whether open or unpool, you go. Thankfully, they are even petitioned. So the Chief Justice will do his work. If at the end, the Chief Justice in the end, or you said there is a basis, that ends it. And you understand? But should that be the basis to say you are scrapping the office? No.
All right. I am quite difficult for office holders to criticize and to share views on another office holder, especially when it comes to the performance whilst in office. Can this uncle maybe say, personally, say, Ode Kisieja be performance to near satisfactory and
maybe say, one will say there is a process even for HR conversation. You will be a friend of KPIs, performance indicators. Performance indicators ben and making also I can say the Juma no satisfactory and maybe I'm away. There is an HR department. They were board. At the end of the day, my board name. At the end of the day, my workers and may performance review of them. Can I just open my mouth and say your work is not satisfactory? That be Obipia director, there are key performance indicators. Ejuma and so on. At the end of the day, so when you say Ejuma now, make now some markers say your work is not satisfactory. Ejuma ben the Asian Mr. Ejuma ben the Asian
no, in as much as they be a name the terms of reference,
the KPIs.
Anyway, and then I will Canadian. And see that doesn't mean and over the weekend, no. Does it stand to be true, sir? And now do you side with it, sir? Or be best case from the word go and now from the onset, how we constituted the office of the special prosecutor, no? There were some deficiencies. Do I am correct?
Look, make us a mentor. Sebio Nana do decisions or be created the office. I believe right from the beginning, make us say I don't support their office because from 1956, and I started this debate, and we go full circle. Two, I experimented the office of the special prosecutor. When we say we had a special prosecutor in this country, eventually we ended up prosecuting him for taking money.
The special prosecutor?
Yes, Apia. You can see on your investigation in Coles Motors. We or discuss with Coles Motors. It's Jabba. Henry Jabba and I send your friend. One of Jabba. We discuss in the hall. I want the London Ghana Commercial Bank London branch account. Assembly by a didn't call court or two Chicano a London branch account. It's a Ghana court, any 2 new one. So
this is called London.
This is called London. Can you imagine? Ghana, yeah, back on some very interesting. Yeah, experimented the office of special prosecutor. I could see saying it may from the beginning make us. But that time, no NDC now who oppose here. They're not MPP for the country and then say, yes, because not ye corrupt. Because near Fia Behemo 2016. Into the Rebecca Biano, almost a month because we are corrupt and we are afraid of the office. Yes, okay, sir, Mudiamon set it up. Now, Nanado SRT office in the app, no. Or said that pan work of our Martin Amidu, so Omedi office in a kind. Because that time, the NDC had fallen out with Martin Amidu. Deliberate. Because, till at the time, Nanado SRT up that office in 2017. But you're telling you, when you say, what SRT office no crown, now we use the Attorney General to prosecute former NDC appointees. Sebi. NCA matter, Attorney General started here, May. Young Satan, now office no crying yet, and my.
Lawyer, what can go for Damiana?
Okay, Gloria Kufu.
Okay.
Smith OBS, as a no. One are investigating here. And your Attorney General, a prosecutor here. And your Attorney General, Yoko. Any police for. Sagrame, and your Attorney General police for Smith OBS, and your Attorney General any Yoko for any winner. Banking sector collapse, and your Attorney General any police for the at that time was there no office of special prosecutor? There was. What are we talking about?
I see. Now, lawyer. But could be just to say, a friend is a lawyer Martin Amidu. I wouldn't be when I came about could be said. The addition is 1 year.
Uncle see a mother serpent of corruption.
Maybe that's it. Oja walk, you know. In terms for you to be answered, I did the answer. Nassasian yet. I said, assassin, and I ran a year.
Assassin, the name you say. Sir, Uncle Martin Amidu, Uncle or your corruption risk assessment of a Japadilla. Son, I can know. Me, the first case of Martin Amidu at the court, our Ghana. Now, we need a lawyer for the accused person. Me, our court, I'm a judge, no, at the end of the day, me a submission of no case. And on me agree in no book case
I see.
The first case, Martin Amidu at the court as special prosecutor. I was lawyer for the accused person. If there is a special prosecutor, right, what kind I go through, I am research. I'm sure that will be one of them. Nana, I mean, I know you are. Young Koya Jumama Ghana.
Lawyer, yes, that's a power that you know.
That's a power.
Lawyer Godwin, Nedu G. Tamaklu, and I had a judge commander. Oh, yeah, aide to former to President John Dramani Mahama. I am Ranimuni, Sansi NPA boss. And now you're then a bon comedy. Now, a comedy now, you're the big issue on the table this morning. You're sure about travel throughout the week. It has to be with Nkoma Ekosofa, Office of the Special Prosecutor. I'm watching you. Ebi say office nankasa no. Yem montungu yem twam yanyim firi okra. Na eba no ekon a yesuaye ewo ketaze se pro ye ni dwurum so a. Office of the Special Prosecutor ne say ewo mu a enyema ene firi mu nso so a entosin. Omo go on to say kra say office ye de ba ye wo hwe emfaso a wo ma nanya ene eka oman no abo ewo ho a utumi se ye ka ne ebogu kwa sika ne ehwie gu kwa because kan ko nanzo so the expected returns no e was kana ye de ahye Office of the Special Prosecutor ni mu no expectations ni expectation e ba no anasa de ye hwe free mu no ewo fam cry isa ye montungu. Then beyond nimienu nso so third nyina so ye abuse of power no ye ne sofocha so utu kura kasa no mention bi the kind of invitation ebekwa akọ wiase na ye arrest any ade me find say Kesri look Martin Kpebu die last week ebo ho nkomo no anyway and na ye bo ho nkomo ye say ebi nso so kyeremu se seponko abodam asebi na ni wura ne modam ana se nantwie na sebi eburu adenche mo fancheme nantwie na wagimi a ne nam de enyimi o de bon kwan ya e de papa kome wo kowe obo ze nantwie nam ye heavy so enkomo no yeguso bo wadwani live on Facebook na social media platforms awdoni na so a also comment fabra enche meban maba kenkan but ma mema wa adetonde yimienu on say yeduru bronya nsa no a be me bia budget wosoro me nam ka kire ho be me bia budget wosoro enti bonus for Christmas no ba aya na eboa kakra na nso so demand no wosoro pa me Christmas ma ye se me fa nkwa me do be call despite to museum I want to mean to yakese. You best spend more time on so now on Saturday. And Kaswa Glorious Word Power Ministries International. Kaswa Resident Pastor. So for Samuel Kwaku Uswe Japan. What dear Bushani na say Friday no friend me say. And despite to museum no. Weekends so hey Bronya brey kra de jajajajajajajajai baby anidie wo eye despite auto museum tina no Saturday say me hwe na empress so ejeje ho say live band tuatua na me say kai hye ne abakade agesheka anidie no abroso despite auto museum na enra yisia wa so na me bisa so for me say omukoye no ekosi say no say Saturday ni no ode ebusuan no koye no mo mpese o mbeba bio no mpese nka ye mo mattress kura no mo na ho na mse yes despite auto museum ye can is your because we are exaggerating ye ye ni as a John the Beloved the ultra revelation ti amana ye enye o de seeing is believing ejako besie seeing is believe o de kona kohwe woni so ade we ya abagafo yi bebe yi we ya omo akwantu mu bebe yi mrofo no kura ba wa hwe on beje despite auto museum na bosoma ye kura no hwe ye nya ho dabre timi pa cho ko ejan se wo mo basa no a wo mu wura ho a aha na kai wo mabrochire bebi wo mo wo no enti mo mfi wo mu krom despite auto museum adwada kwesi ada that means na watching mu ina ye bie o de tiasesa na watching mu ina ye bie anopa 10 kwesi enwumre 10 na cars na abano Cadillac no enye dia wo hu dada no we ye foforo kra ye di besi despite auto museum no ohwe mileage no e 0000000. That means yes park ye no ye nti aso vrum kra ma ne move tire no kra move 1 inch mpo. Then Rolls Royce emu de why no person dem Rolls Royce Phantom na Rolls Royce Ghost Rolls Royce ni na ahodo ni na wo. Then McLaren ne Cybertruck ada je onyon coordinate de nka onyon coordinate de ye overlap yan kwa kopie o Malia se yen o makochine oba Cybertruck despite auto museum de na wo ho. Yes e wo ho na ni jesem ne se cars ni na no emu bi opese wutinam na ye do down ho na wo bon frama na wo enjoy no akwan wo ho. Driver wo ho a experienced driver a wo do be fa wo yina wa wi kura time so say o si no bi sun be fu bia kura bo se obedwa emu ede e na otimu nso so a ya ma kwan ma o ye selfie na Snapchat e na akwai social media na wo jiudin. That's right mate. Oh ye video twa pictures. That's right. Enti bronya breti true mabusuani enjoy wunya so betu sika kese bia B at despite auto museum where luxury meets experience. And maka no bronya brain so live band theater ade bia makrum ye de bia na okọ despite auto museum a okobu oni akonhoma okọ excursion na wo enjoy so eka ho 34 minutes after 9 na mekwa ho ma so na just before that unje na make say Christmas is here ba na sana na be me bia budget aju hia supplementary ka ho antisa dia wode koyi na ode koyi dia problem beba nti yanka sikasem kakra meka sikasem mienu na akiro but mame mfa ba akomre na me nkoten komo me ba me de other one ato awo so sikasem nkomo money matters number 1 pacho tie nation so na no ajenkwa Christ wonna ma wo ye do osoma no n'adwuma wasase isi no wo mu pinche nom ka chen se owura utia o tax utia to na Yesu ka se eto na mo ka ne de ye diska ne tua se sia ye mini esuafo na mo hipa de kotola bala emoye ho to ka kire Peter konsuo num na koto drawa se sika se fish bi enum na yifa betua ka anope mi bisawo o rent na aso if you were bisa uska anope mi bisawo enkra no school fees and our headmaster actual letter diabrel ebisa enkra no feeding fee ana light bill na yedo diaba water bill na yebisa na yebisa uska but two bottom left and right ni na ekosia siesie twa na aka osire ensiska so pacho the luckiest genuine money the luckiest genuine money obia ne wo meka bia no kominini ene ne say o mobile phone na ekuta wo no the luckiest say mane nya adwuma ma wo emre wuska nya o mobile phone so mfa so no ane say dial *712#. *712#. Dial *712#. O dial ya prompt na be sha ase aba no de edi kan ye options mienu. Option 1 no and say the luckiest ye ton ticket. And it's o mia option 1 no so a na that means ticket na ye ton no o to bia ma wa won. Wumia option 2 no so a dia wo pa chene se ticket no o to bia ma obi. Wuwi a either so be choose one and now be choose 2. Emu bi obe choose bia either 1 you are buying the ticket for yourself or 2 you are buying for someone. Wuwi pe the next prompt beba. And also so 2 options. And no option 1 say the luckiest ye wo numbers ye be ma ododo achusu. Umia wana ya opa chene say your system no and generating numbers man and generating lucky numbers man. You are not good at choosing, and your system don't choose man. So if you are good in choosing, now what you would say? Somebody say choosing numbers are who choose numbers are. Yes, a them throw door and then we option 2 no so. Who we are, the next prompt need a payment. Your payment need with Momo. Then again, so we say be a mobile phone and kuta, but what a laptop with a computer here. The luckiest you were online. Obebo the luckiest Africa, one word. The luckiest Africa, afenod.com. Mentro dot no. Mumia.no, so not the com. COM at waso. No I register. Who register we are. And also so your community ticket. No bet me to be a ma and also bet me to be a mobi. Ubo said the next prompt, ye lucky numbers no. Either say wa bet you and our Bema system na generate be amount. Who we are. Eja. O Ghana would do Momo etia. Who ni Ghana answer swa. We are no online 20. Now do Visa card etia. One ticket can multiply your money by 500 times. And your whole community could win 10 times over. This is your golden chance. Hop on and let's get lucky together. Because luck is everywhere. 3 minutes after 9. Coming here, na menko atoya mantan western region muna menko bonko mai. Chasedri. And a twin free western region. Am I despite media? Man, just say good morning.
What you do, uncle?
Na boko dear.
Nyame dacham. Uncle, what's over the name?
Oh, Yamanad Moye. Now we can net is saying.
Nyame Meja. What in him? Western region, the Brunya Babedea. Name him there, say Ereka Brunya da Western. And see, a man fast starter, Bobo. Na a ja TTT. Oh, yeah, Uncle C. And I must grady. Where two were the Brunya Western. Ever had there.
Yeah, Charles, my few, my fit pa na unim. Anaji estate won. On baby a post office no work no.
Me hu pa.
O far right is say na wura estate ni mo baby ana CK man na one studio.
CK man ho no one and CK man park ho no.
Mo.
E dey for wa ko west line no.
Mo. Ye jinamu sa na don't go there.
Na nkere epe bi da na.
Inyo.
Hey, na nde epe ya aboku.
Wala she. Jem fancy. Ya famwa computer disco down. Hey.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Akomko. No, na nkere ode ye pamatare mo this year.
This year.
Last year, wo brother, Kwame. General. Obebu pebi. Abeku so bebu pebi.
Yes.
This year other was to pay.
This year the yes next year. Yami ya do my baba.
Yate uncle.
Just yamon come Galamsey Western region. Any update? Are we making progress?
Uncle. Makade progress in a day. Nanka, you make lots of progress. But Nancy, in your day, 9 months or 4 onam a year when you pakura. I will host some watching and no female. Oma 9 months break kaka. Nancy, both there na yanka galam saying some debris, from him, and I yanka 9 months want some acapimenda, you resume. Na ampa 9 months resume ye hune de ado mama maye eyi kakra nye de 9 months resume no yana pro a yakọ within western north and eastern region a pro a ye kwe nyina ni ye hu de 9 months pay de kakra no and for various districts na ye kwe so far na ye hu de galamsey fo no asan ababak ewo biebia ya baka de operation kwado no baby bebre galamsey fu no etum asan wa back na ono ma meribisa mo ho de nti se 9 months for no anyada se his excellency John Dramani Mahama ode beya anka yeribisa de no cheda anka galamsey ku no regents no yanka se yentu benje na yenkokona na adult den because ye won bi mo kokra wo ko sizi we excavators a ebokọ no na wo mu bi mu asana akọtọ excavator for asana aba a wodri ye adwuma nti eyi ye aroho sam kese pa mesu se there this is the time or there abana hwe na 9 months no wo station one wo every region go so wanya dama obeyedim say 9 months ni ha ebokọ na nkofo wore ye galamsey wo bepe na no do ato nti eyi ama yehu the 9 months ye adwuma na mbom the contribution as to ye various districts no so go to ma aboa no yenyim de bi mo de ekwa regent bi a wore ye adwuma pa a wore kone de na so baby bebre no districts na regent ni na wonye na wo moa na uncle bia ye kwe no ye call oye some start fi oye eastern regional ye call oye Fantiakwa districts ye son ye call baby at there oye ayensu ayensu river yenyim brim river honyinara ye call apro ewo na uncle Mamrikin so far no we tum yache oye 15 oye Chinese nationals them 15 Chinese nationals no mu 9 was for wakwa kwafia hwan ana wakwache hwan ewo oye dadie so oye Swaman district dadie so ho na 9 was kwa kwache hwan na damo Chinese for odinkan 9 na wogu oye Bia River ho wa block oye Bia River yenyim do ye nsukase pa Ghana fo enwa dado pa wa block the munsuna divert na wogina mfunu na wode excavators wode ye adwuma na wode chemicals wode hofor oye wonu gold na wa sense no kra na hwe nsunu nwa mo wa ye ya sabi one Chinese for nankasa sabi so bi na okwo krom na okotu ntefi gu na asase dumpa anko wo mo bayen menyo kase wodade so nipa 9 American and Chinese for 9 American what do we nara abebo prem one crem excavators are what you ma waji ni nara some fine aho yeah pump machine what the pumping so no di adwuma that show ni nara what the one aba me fi ho no me do bebo prem ewo aye eastern region hoso wotum wosia nyimpa aye 6 da American ya what the way nara efi aye Kwabibrim district aye esiom na eko esiom ho aye insa odahoni ye aye Brim river na dem Brim river dem nyimpa aye 6 year America wase ni ho onye different from aye dadie so di American won so wogina aye Brim nsunumu na wa hunu nsu na wode machine si gina nsunumu sorry na what is adwuma do pollutants no what the chemicals durugum amenyo ka say the more esia ana 6 year American so what the also abebo pay mu ewo aye enkran we come a total of 15 this year me hu there mbemu so the war report about me hu there another 6 be so watch one ewo another eastern region but now there yes you put up the script together. And so far, some of the 6 numpuna yasan, sorry, yachi one from Eastern region, another place in the baby kawache. So far, yansaka Chinese for 21 of them winning nara, yet the one who pay more in 10. Name there Chinese for the yachuana, my opening there, yawo, embra over there, yafado, now what the one need diminity, a banner pet. No go to way home what the bay Chinese for the sejafo no de ananso daafo na wo nine months no wo dan de wo de ho amba bankran ne we je nkan no ama oye mbadimfo na we tum wo de ho na edi nti so far no maka de uncle district afro wa ya kodi nara yetum seize excavators bebre over 12 of them chamfine bebre na mokike ka ho so bebre so far within this 3 regions na yakwa no but them amakan no observation amema ye ne dey it's hard time or the resource no what can mu na one more resource more me yetum station or 9 months for every region one year them na assembly bakinkin no other 9 months what so da kakra and sha mo baba no obede ya akoko no yedu baby na so nyame echiru no yebasa no baba back no na nyame echiru ase thank you ebisama so far now so good 9 months is back for action.
Now 9 months is back to action here working. Beyond the arrest of Chinese for your worker or more no. A detailed crop for kakra. About it from one as a bunker phone because of neighbors or Majuma or Muye and I say, what about me feet a duku?
Uncle Makade, Wabon Crofun Pa, missing some academy there. Sites be nara after the arrest of this Chinese fee. On them the informants be war grounds are. Wonya won't 9 months class now, walk on sites after cooking inform one. Ne various sites on the road in order the honor. On your road, Obi be able to me this speed at after me to one way and walk it a motor. Webo call sites and the sites are your queen now, most of them no. Excavators are your queen in Arano. Ebo kono wedding can yet to a control board in our excavator. Excavator be to control board now. It lose the ability to control the excavator and able move excavator therefore into to control board the tree no na ba track excavator no na e da akokwa na car abafa na wodoko bebia or the yeduko kwesisi na bia yakoko enyi na most of the place no yebo dru ho no na excavator no ho no na me were afraid to continue to operate in it. Minus Nankasa, we go to control board in now with the Eguan. We to control board in now the Eguan. Abandama, you have to fly another eliminating a two excavator no. Now a two the back, be our there the back. Inti, the more observation you would the wabon for never brain also machines are what the age. One Nankasa will come machines me now good soon. No, the ahopopo the bear was so ugani. Into sites our own a crew Angasana, 9 months would do bia within this 3 region so far no. Bia Yakukwe and a bia you good yakwe could dream nara, never dreamer, and coffee in nara egone suha. Obi be selling yen pumpo name who and there and one would you know way. By the compared to first now, a bohu there, sites do a webo druno. Our labor operation, people doing a impediment in a hall trail. But since the other day, able to one name panel, Uncle and we're going to decide to one. Oko. Into 9 months, would you medina a bone crofun. But to them, Americano. Problem are yebo yes, yebo face in the casino there. See, you two, your 9 months, men or not with stations were various regions and rotate continuously. Obey it, Pabe was if you have a bit you want, a babacono. No be so as a nature. Ebe jinawa or ye juba. It's only the major challenge I ever had or you to be equipped with more resource. No would to consistently no. Region beyond over to why you juma 24/7.
Just me that's pay.
Yo, uncle, Marso Medasapa.
Just a reporter from Western region. And yet China for when we from Mukrumabaha. Ebe galam say ayadwa wo mo no ehun sem eni echire ensem bia epiepie ansan ye bekwa kwakote jedefo nkrato yi ne enkoma aka no me bo wa no ba ese ye behwe money matters anopa yi Medin kan de baako akogu. The next one EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Five-star enjoyment promo by EcoBank. Na EcoBank nhihye yi ma me nkwankwete nkomo yimra na se mekoba bebo ehwo amane ntite waso because EcoBank wo 1.5 million Ghana cedis wo mo cheche ne kakrakra se communion wine ana communion aboard odi ama EcoBank customers enti mekwate nkomo yi ba memu ohu 1.5 million Ghana cedis no kwanya obefa so enya ochefa akasimanso na nondu abo 7 minutes to 10 ya da so atin konya so OKF made ache bi adwumade yi so aha na Ghana kasa aha na Ghana tie ende wo de bonkrata no bi animu a bibi kwaso omrase badwafie ema wo mo de ho amane bo abre yi and on the front page of the daily guide asem yi wo ho and then the custodians also fearless, fair and reliable on also the asem yaba daily guide the opportunity say parliament okays $60.7 million presidential jet. The custodian the NDC blows over 2.4 billion Ghana cedis on luxury jet. And was say part 1 crown or diaba. The crown man na yeni hon komo. The Honorable Member of Parliament for Asen South, Honorable Reverend John Intim Fojo. Honorable Martin.
Yeah, so.
Patron called here.
Asumdwen count.
Oh, Asumdwen count so. Asumdwen count so. Sebo called here.
Kami adaro ma me ho ye pa.
Adanyamiase. Weekend is so asumdwumedie course won.
Kami adaro ma weekend bibi akọ so mi amenia Honorable Ernestumi ko pen krabe ema in fact arehoba ya kwatia atimwenti na he MP sa minority MPP ni kujina mu dodo na kujina ni anchen dan kwan na arehoba evi enso yesan by ebeye asori enran so nyame efra kama tino nyame ensure ya ni dudua kujina mo
na enanzo so papa kofo birthday o.
Hello.
Honorable Chimenka.
Amiti.
Na me ka say na so ya papa kofo birthday.
Enukwe me fa kwenya nso. That the happy birthday kesiye pa Ade ama president kofo. You know, the president of presidents. Amampani awodo okura hia mu gina brane wo mu pa. Nakopon adom no fie bebre hia no. Adom no nyansa na obeye mampani fie nwotwe nso. Oman edi ye ko na ni ma nani na ikura na ye kan bibia ese we na omampani kufo mpenso na we say even including presidential jets and aircraft and some way ba be ka ho asem ye kaka kwa ye the mu reference di mu na abasobode ye e de ko ma opening e won na swade no stronko enti na ye ma woda pa ya men ko so no mo ma wa ho de e mo apomdene na ye ntumi emra 100 birthday celebration a bomb price and men sure back if you also we celebrate you now and so a massive pong a birthday Mr. Lord sorry birthday and you know also made the I will made the happy birthday from Kokra the man they wish you know happy birthday or a major precope or a jar on ye mu on me and nancy mu ene yekita hodie mu no on fan set na sineme o fan set ne paneme ntino atrentre ene futiu ene moabia eseja de boane ba no nye free ne ho tene na me inshallah Mr. Lord sorry na me ntunko mo apomodene na ye kan anso ono ane ho kafo me maame mase ba enso 2 weeks ago ya no di ni birthday ntino na se dia abomu pa nti yakopon inshallah my Joyce and so Joyce sorry na on to unkwam emfa adom enka adom ho emfa mawo na de wakoma so ade bia so ame enye ntefefe emfa mawo.
All right, honorable, beyond birthday felicitations, see, and now back to Parliament. You say, and come rain, no, Magiatum, since one money here, private jet, Ayento, and Asra for the announcer. And come on, saying, I be drew,
in fact, so a few years of many occasions, Obekaya, even before August, Satorente Mubisia playing Coteria. And I'm about a few days to be cancer. Politics and Tanya, and this before you to a black or Broja Jensi, a Sedun Katia, the President Ria Musain, and a soldier for you Musain, a year, a bomb mine, I'm wyatt, and you know, so your man, or man, you need not to be, and yet politics, not to be BI, national interest, and I didn't want the moon in the end of correct, and I bet all candia, who opposition, who make us end before the reckless politics. Onzo ba betraka se ebri bia ban no beka se ye kwakoto wi musan ama president ama soja fu bia no megbagu we sana you are not a mature politician and you are not a sincere politician. You see, a time has come that we must do what is right for our country. Maybe bia na dey politics o and this before the we musan the politics bia the poison Ghana for again na umudinya vote na umudinya vote ni wi ye no the prayer for Air Force after success. And then in the Air Force, I'm telling you, say, we helicopter back a Siapo. They have grounded every helicopter. Emergency BC crew has to see say be a soldier phobia cooperation be ewo Boko anase Sampa anase baby Emma a Torrentian be Abama emergency evacuation or what. You need plane evacuation. Now so no. Omampeni de so ko kata o kata onya private jet at the neko so ko kumasi a onya a private helicopter at the neko but soldier for no they don't have anything. Why? Because for a long time one year President Kufuor kase yento and nyoma farmer asoda for and is for the dabi what the buy a bebagu ya student ketiano ye wo mo chairman na kasa kan bi e wo adom FM ne other places. Yes, I break and the Quacoto plane at the amount Mampany and answer the amount of Sudafo, Project and Fear or no, and the Deputy Minister for Defense. Now, radio so any TV so I can say, the real Musan, Nina Mono, they are in pristine conditions. Now, a very best to say, as Timabi Bangwa, a very place here, it should be 2032, and then we are in 2025. And so, what the report about say, all the aircraft holding in our night that they are grounded and they must be grounded. So you resisted. Okute to black one or the foreign minister. Every can say aeroplane no crown. The engine back was same bar. Therefore, Mampenini and Suja phone in Trabacuna Academy, engine Bacuna Academy, near to the Zan, and there's a quotation, a question, and funny such reckless politics, they entertained it. Obianka and Tiao to swamp me a proposal called Parliament for 6 fighter jets. That we young Tom Farmer as a Dafo now and said one more air assets in Mukina. And it's a four bogui. Into no Ninamono, Yankopon so other Roma. O dear one of you, and you know, MI-17 helicopters, Z9 only at Jana. Ah, na at party cry Ribia Unya, and I can't cannot Yako, Yamenso Abuane Diaba, and yeah, the try 8 years. Na mpeni force se nipa o pra aboa ne ho no nisi ho no na konim so na be wi a ko pra ho yi onye na nya sa na ka no
sia pepepe
de o pra aboa ne tri ho no ni se ono ye ja ba part no be nya wi a ko pra ho yi
eni ti mpeni for friends and nipa ne se oye obofo
hello
mezi mpeni for friends and nipa ne se oye obofo
pa. And it's not end the phone himself, won't be really power back. And Momaba or Mamaba be the man. The day he has a soldier will be 2 planes. Eddie Mampany, Aquaman on it, Abba, Nede, my ministers, Eddie Aqua, Miabi, Eddie Abentino, yes, that's a net President Kufuor put a Timua, or Trebino, Eddie President Mahama never bet them. One way is our Jano, nobody Bogu, and no Susan, playing a quarter August 16. I always say, the blood of the soldiers who perished on the August 16, it is on the hands of NDC. Any politician beer near Toby Bidiama Air Force or Bukuyano, it will be on their hands. Because soldier Nino, or no, or any patriotic, a human warrior, say, I'm sorry, Yasumano to play Koha, or no politics now, yeah, no, yet been warrior. Only he's serving his country. Oh, and you know, the Ecoben, what we are saying is that woman, a politics reckless woman, yeah, yen to me, our resource Air Force, no, and a Coban say at arranging with you. And you see, and experts in the Ushimono, who said a Zina and it's here, Rana Ade Akye Abia here. And they recommend, they say, young granding, a soldier for us, woman, so the subject, none of the kind of videos say, Muja, a war, your soldier for pilot, you mourn. The new being away mood, yeah, yes, in your body and farm out. The only be with more, what done for be with more. One cast one confirm player, I had that. A won't some home, and you know, and they are no casting. Rather, unfortunately, no. Who call Air Force Base? Helicopter be anywhere, demo, you're grounded in now. It is emergency, BC, nothing to me, fat, a major entry in fat, let me say, Air Force 4 aircraft, Air Franco, medical evacuation, could year soldier for it. No man penny too kind, or no bit me a high bidiaco, and I need the man bidiaco, and then I down for Biberman bidiaco. Not a soldier knee, air quay, a juma, no, only near be, a down for be a Beman and bidiaco. There was a brass to say about the top of Ediama Air Force. Now a politician, or a cassette, me opposition, no could you tap black or I can say, or no opposition, no means no opposition. You may be opposed. That be that. If you are a responsible politician, you won't take that poster. Because the Dimuna, I'll say, Yedema or mine, and don't see the anymore canning. So it doesn't matter who is going to buy it, one economy home crime, one equity home. They hear and say, we must support to meet the needs of the Air Force. That is the reason why me team for you, any minority, no, yeah, oppose these aircraft, no, because on my kakaka to say, said the SEC, oh, my mind the SEC, said the Enra, SEC or Benin, the two Guinea Bissau, the SEC or Burkina, and the Sahel, Mali, and the Niger, Akakana, the Fuaka, almost goes almost share the Amanyofono air Yenua, or Modi, or minor dream is Yagro. Because a new may be one as a boy or mine here, ya, not the day be a mode quiet among your Samoa. And no, Yamia Memoa, what's the we want stability. And if you want stability, a drew more among your 4 moment, dear, Mukabum, a year the mammo. Now then, it drew a soldier for the idea. What do your politics say? Me and Tom Farmer home. Because we don't have any helicopter in this country. So must we do politics again? No, we must buy it for them. But here can I say, the Babeto at the Amawamua, a decline, a year presidential jet in the year. Omoka so mo ba beto mi nu yesi da bi emprempre ye makwa mo nto mi nu ye nto ba ko ansa na ba ko ne kura no a ye to no sa play na wo dada presidential jet wo dada fa ko na wo say ye in pristine condition da bia esi enji akorodu we asai omo so mo mpene mi ye nto foforo no 8 months ene kodi wo France for maintenance bra na wo ho no before Ninia Honorable Dr. Manebuama ever began the baby upon 2 weeks before he passed, unfortunately. Or Catro Mampeni Mahama said, the play now, a woman, no better defense minister. Reporter when you're not, say, the Danko Kufado, and minister Dominic Nitiwu, catch the Ghana for, and this is 20 in Sai no correct. And it is a bumpo, yes, the background one. Not so what woman, I'm na yanka ho asem yi a won so wutu de tukwan a wono minister for defense there on tremu bi ene o mampani ni kwa na betre mu de yakọ na so defense minister ka say tremu de a ene say pilot no so beka say ne yesi entu enti no sa play na bad here but it's hokwa enti si hokwa no what we insisted ne say yen koton sa play ni mfa ma manufacturer no na yen so enfa to fufuru ya ye kwa koto yi $6 million o mo kwa koto no. I will say one more town that I know we Edima the same that sold no I will France. So far prices are every bahon and in $50 million. The sister yɛ deɛ nsese ɛnkɔ bɛyɛ $20 million nti wɔn gu ho a wɔn di ho nkɔmɔ nti no ɛno no ɛna ɛsɛ wɔn tɔn na wɔn de sɔso de kɔtɔ new one yɛ a yɛaprovo de ama wɔn ɛno firi hɔ nso a akyire no ne yɛde ho nkɔmɔ yie because ɔmampanin mpɛnso ɔmampanin kufuɔ mpɛnso no na ne so ade hu no mu no in 2008 ɛsɛ akora bedua kube no kora benyin no na ebi ɔnte ase a ɔbɛwi bi sɛ bɛ ɔte ase kora a oni simple ɔde bɛwi bi ɛnso odua kube ɛwɔ ne nkɔkora brem ɔba bɛkɔ sɛ yɛntɔ presidential jet ɛma ɔman no air force no ɔmampanin fɛ ntu kwan na yɛtɔ a yɛntɔ mmienu kɛseɛ baako na ketewa baako ɛno odi ano boɔ ne biribiara etua down payment $38 million ndc foɔ baayɛ a na ɛso wɔn to aso no ɛna wɔn de kɔ yɛ politics ɛbaa so ho scandal nsɛmsɛm baayɛ ɛho nsɛmsɛm bebree kɔ wi aseɛ no mu twaa mu ɛtɔ ketewa no ɛna wɔn gya akɛseɛ no sɛ nka mmienu no wɔn tie ɔmampanin kufuɔ ɛne suade hunum ɛne n'adwene a onyaayɛ ɛde hwɛ de ohu ɔtena asɛm ehu ne nɛ kaayɛ ɛna nka ɛtɔ mmienu no a kakɛseɛ no ɛkɔ long haul flight no na nka ketewa no ɛkɔ Gambia kɔ Togo Nigeria no mu ne adeɛ a na nka yɛde ɛno kɔ yɛkɔ Kumasi ne adeɛ a na ɛno kɔ ɛno pressure ɛmɛtɔ so saa ɛma ne nsɛ ntɛm nti nka ne yi mpori enyansa ɛkora ma yɛgu so a yɛyi so wɔn nti ɛna wɔn twaa mu nti deɛ yɛka ne sɛ ɛnɛ yi sɛ wɔn ɛpɛ sɛ wɔn kɔ saa kwan no a we will have to guide them to do the right thing na mu yɛnyɛ ne nkakra ɛno da nkyɛn so a helicopter no a yɛma kwan no wɔn atɔ de ama sogyafoɔ no ɛnyɛ ndisifoɔ nti ne ɛhwɛ wɔn ani na ɛka akugye to ablakwa ne brogya gyamfi ne ɛsi edu nketea no mu a sɛ ko obiara ni wankɔ wɔn ɔbɛ support wɔn but we looked at the soldiers we looked at our hard working soldiers sɛ yɛn nso yɛ mmoa na wɔn nso nyina brane because see when you look at the sogyafoɔ yi a ɛbere bia Burkina wɔn asodaafoɔ ɛbɛkra sogyafoɔ akodeɛ afiri amanɔne no wɔn mu nipot Ghana ha na wɔn klɛ nti wɔn equipment military equipment bi a wɔn bɛklɛ no soja yɛn ni Ghana sogyafoɔ yi ɛna ɛkɔ klɛ de ma wɔn escort waa de kɔ busumi biara no sometimes bɛ na civilians kura atwa videos bi yɛhu sɛ military equipment bi ɛkɔ baabi ɛma yɛ sogyafoɔ yi ɛna escort so some even think that is for Ghana but wɔbɛ track yaa no ne yɛ de across border no because ɛnyɛ Ghana for dia ɛyɛ Burkina for dia enti no wɔn hwɛ sɛ deɛ sogyani aberanteɛ sarori ɛkra nneɛma de ma wɔn na sɛ nnɛ yɛma bɛtɔ helicopter ama sogyafoɔ na so yɛ politician na kugye to de yɛ reckless politics nti wokɔ akɔsua kugye to na nso akɔ oppose a ɛnyɛ yɛ sogyafoɔ na ahyɛ wɔn abufuo na sɛ wɔkɔ hyɛ wɔn abufuo wie na ɔkyerɛ bi bibi kosi a wɔn political class no where will you be so we need to have a responsible posture that enough of the reckless politicization of the defense and security sector. And the Omoye now answering, they have to apologize to Ghanaians. Ghanaians deserve an apology. President Akufo-Addo deserves an apology. Nemono, yeah, to the Amawomo. Mushe ye, and this is for the Peninsula Makota. Mushe ye, Manko Esikadie, Mushe ye na Airbus, and some will see here. 2009, 2010, no. And they call Brabudie, they call government official, one government official, two, no. We will not scandalize your procurement for you. We will support you to buy it for them, for the soldiers. But Monshe ye, and a monoman can't scandalize in Ubio, said they must scandalize the first one, no, and only Cocopa, they bow. But they make Candiaco really said. Honorable to force in the General Parliament. A brand new budget is a plain na yekotono bathroom bi anim yene na ne yepe bathroom amom mampani adware wo ni hwan hwan the me trel bathroom a ewo south new falcon yi mu a so wan hwe kra be so asen wo bathroom ewo mi ne wo je fi be so asen bathroom ewo ye fi bathroom a ewo sa plain so that here enti no sa new marketing kiti no wo de ye politics no and they one who say one more from one. They must apologize to Ghanaians. They must apologize to President Akufo-Addo. No one can be free moon say that playing yeah kwakotoi. They told you na baby as what be said the Yankopon say no she say no pepe no. One more ekuti aye no. By the time I play in the background, almost power. The play no, a baby drew late 2028 to January 2029. Move. Rabra no not anything for Ghana for Pamo. Emma, MPP, are buying our battle. It is only MPP in other than for your air force. Other than why. The boy will go. The president, the Bepano, no, yes, back to square one. The very crisis we had some time ago in the years, Rabra Okota, and they said another 3 years. And they said, can this before a so. And until you thought, and you may have a fatal more 3-4 years ago, you raised the end of my FNM Yakotoya. And can they, and can woman use woman in a use to the Juma. And you know, Mama, carry the rest of the country along, say. Enough of politics, me MPP, me NDC, and the opponents to be by Mungu, Ubogua, or mine and I said. The August and April. We play Aquacopse, I see a soldier for, I see politicians. It's yes, I'm trying to be for the bidder. The media may force to enter my home. Then one said, Woman found Koya Brabudier, no one found Kugu man anymore, said Yomukoya Eba, Ribia Chemo.
Now, honorable Bakubin Suswa, okay, ye pinch the Mukakra. Agreement and ensuring pilot training, maintenance structures, and long-term sustainability of the fleet. And on a young Comobena, what the car say?
Not yet, make can say. Play the Okota, Nessa be our Okota at you. There was certainly part to Nam. There was certainly part of Nibriano after about a certain number of flying hours, no. I was able to mean servicing, a dinner CC. I said warranty, so a bang with Timu. I don't know, yes, I almost said, never could talk into your Kotoya near we. They have to, or so will be when I was on your money, warranty, a woman, Pata, a Becca Wamba, and Empono, Suja Fui, training as a way a pilot, or we are qualified at that. But Aquarium, we send for now, yet or not yet. They need to train about 4 pilots on every aircraft. They make us what they are saying. So the Benya Sienhunu, was a specific aircraft in the features. Only the safety avionic features are as a back one, a bebwa, I handse, the other Akota Bisiho, and so not the 2 and other you need pilot, who was sending the Umbitu, and now a trainee pilot back up. Na pilot and so occupations, you know, you knew be a bit to you. And I said, well, yeah, you must or resign, you know. If you are trained about 4 pilots on each, and on the BCBiano, you have that long term sustainability. And now, a home service in Bian to be as a home of maintenance, as it to a mofo. Now, into the window and the Cocoba, not Yabobo ever home.
Delegate Democrat and Nako two figures 125.9 million euros. Ayo, na where the Sikano Delegate Democrat no atrotro ni nei, and na ye pinch remukakra. Bako say 125.9 million euros, and the bill $60.68 million. Sika nchiche mu no ehin na bia ekọ na de na yenya free sika yi mu bia
ano de frɛ wo mo ekoto no wo mo ekọ negotiate ye no na se be ma sa di no na momo no me ni twa tie mu a me twa ne se like me di kaka ye no ye ekoto e de ama esojafo no we don't oppose it because ye asemuhia I over say yeto. Yeto the my president nenso no. Yemfa de wo hoda no. Yenkoton yenso so fan ento sa 60 million no. E ba no play home prices a. Unya bo play no ni model type a. Na wo internet. Ubo phone so gugu a. Price no be bafo. So price of aircraft these days, you know, one that is very open, transparent. Ubia tinico internet so. echo check those prices. And the echo check in our configuration, we didn't think that there was a wide difference. It was through kakra estimate what the market price is. But the Chemo Bisa woman de mine is acquire for military, no, they need to configure it as a multi-row. The two of the helicopters, no, it has to be multi-row. Which me at the tuning at the machine guns, affiti wumua, kwa, which me at the sergeant arms. You know your regular, no, any star features, no. So those two are a bit more expensive than the two regular aircraft, no. And a band of presidential jets and so on. And also, no, Google Falcon 6X, you will see the price. The price you will see it the regular one is about $55 million, between $55 to $59 million. And away, no, because of your presidential aircraft, no, you will need to configure it in certain ways. A beboa that purpose. And so man peninsula AC form one. There's some additional ground facilities you need. And in Nano, what the Cambo Moa, that's what they call $60 million. The question is, could they get better value out of this? If they can, that is what they have to explore. But in the face of it, and yet the main fee said, yeah, at the Bonia LC scandalizing, no. Except that one Kasana, what would be any more negotiating, Yem per se, the quacote, Yan position, and miscanalizing my moi. Moan Casano, Muni nuclear, Famamo mine, and nuclear mamma suja phone, Namo de Mo quacotono, Nian quote airbus and send someone a tail, government official 1 and 2, no, and no near Cassian Pesiete. But say any air scandalizing, no, now a suja fui, I could be a MPP Muma, Womo, and a pay a seminal, and what you say, Womo air coto play a more crano. The scandalizing, and Debbie, and all the our advice, we don't go that route. We don't want to scandalize things that the military will benefit from. But due diligence, and this scrutiny, it is as a son or more area, no, the anke. So that's the question we are giving them.
Okay,
was the same airbus, Yan Mokakoto, now helicopters and the 3 or more. So we are questioning them that one will make sure, say, payment guarantees be a woman. Now, ordinarily, Kobasa, a tier part payment, Mufa, in the canon choir, say, problem be about, and the Afrin put the eyes of Mufa and business of so near, and non yesterday for the record that we will not support. But that year, one wants to say agreement in the son or more corner, near quantity government official, 1 government official, 2 within the year. That is okay. They shouldn't go and scandalize what the military should benefit from.
Honorable, you better say, now, see where the Aqua say, Abai, within the bushes who as captured in 2026 budget, no? And no one among 20 years old to you now.
Oh, okay, with the bushes one, sir, the manifesto moon, one finds the move about the toppling. One finds the move. Or buying who be who says, Sarah, Bogana, bro. And they have been forced by circumstances. Hey, so, a military plane F2 Nakunya at Orencham say ministers when you know a free move a buying penning for the free move soldier for Niensa a free move a serious disaster. It is a open compo now say and now you want more position and we want to know maybe and take mature post to be inti and I think we more F4 so and yes a toss and the way the man military for. One rank as a quentuno, it be a mononibi, and Uncle de Momoaco, as a diaba. And in one Wakasa guilty conscience, no. And I force women what we should have done 3-4 years ago. I won't go, and they won't conquer. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a boss will be a diso. And your boss will be a diso. Nobody promised. They don't even have the moral courage to promise anybody say, yeah, about the top hammer. In their manifesto because they were the same people. We against planes. And to one our against plane, no. Over there, they to be the amount.
Honorable Mimpo, they not make a particular reference to 2026 budget, no.
And you know, a commitment I make, but something that will hold them to account. the one account budget in Mubiano, we will hold them to account. And that is the work of opposition here in parliament as oversight. Yet the other say, the what they want no aka, no be reading in parliament on the floor, no. You be make sure say what this so, and you'll be in a say one waka there as a way. So I know we'll hold them to account. We'll hold their feet to fire.
Honorable, quickly before you go, holding them accountable in a Edmababisi and Komobia Yabona no pay for Enra was exactly a year. Ghana for to about a year. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government said the next 4 years, Omumedu Mayenim, Ewo Amambum. So far, who is saying?
Me who then saying, Pacho?
Amambuno.
Oh, Amamono. Oh, dear.
Say, Afimuani na Ghana for Traba. Ade
the main mechanic said, the politics here, no, and yet, dear, Sabia, Uhunukra, Onka, they were opposition. And the demono, me who are Mecca, and the entry years, and the Mecca, and that is me. And the old Bammy see at the beer, I need 2 crab, and me see a mechanic more. So I say, Nancy, the Kikan, cooking, whom someone can, and no one could be say. Now the Martinez airport for Barbecra, intrusive narcotics scanners. And for all this while they were not there. But young can was they were doing a much films. But me, you know, I can't buying most of them cocaine, Monto scanners now a bit detected, no, will be practiced if you airport. On fun and you may be me faho, will be to visit the porter. On fun and you may be me faho. And yeah, make it kind of I still stood and said it. And they are going to airport for the Martin. They are going to buy it. And at the end of the ban or playing, very opposition. But I said, no, let's support so that we buy it. Maybe I know be a bit more on me and Yajan. I don't know, I think of whom better home. And playing a cotton, and this is playing a cotton. But the make us what you see. And then this is for sick and a man sick and a day pacoto. And you know, and then this is for him near the bed bow mine and the so maybe Americans say $1 more a day, $1 they have done well by stabilizing it. But say who stabilize the dollar? Now say when to me a man available. Na ewo uko banka unya ewo aboti en bottom na aboti no enfa amount at that 12 cedi enfa amount that rate na wo dey bo won ta ko kene no dia na say wo be ko no akonya no higher eno na wonya he but they have done well by bringing it to that level, but they have to sustain it and make sure it is available. So if you get the four anyone here at the dollar at this crime on it could do muja nunti who stabilize a buano. Enya so fast one year sadia onya he ebio inflation one more the above for more and also a matter of record one the above form no your baby or my basso but what the above form no it should translate into a boy nyoma bo so the at here and you say nipa no ekoto ni foods ekoto ni nam eto na duane ekoto ni mattress na say boy no sura na eko now on paper textbook no wo jaw no say what stabilizing inflation abedru a certain number sabia to the ordinary Ghanaian no onya so mfaso. So that what I'm saying is that they should be able to manage the economy like that only two macroeconomic indicators there no pe and umatumi aye ni yi no entering translating na man for nya so mfaso we mienu free wa then bi o na betumi aka so omo aye ni yi we mienu free wa because insecurity that the aircraft and then obetini say abo even insecurity na kosura ma one year soldier for any police for migration for security services for the crime as woman bambos among crampono their lives are in danger over here video na a soldier for crown as politicians see woman and this we akwa party soldiers kutupa monko bom monko molenchi or munye say they are running for their life over here near bow wait you now we have 3 more These insecurities, are dangerous. It is even affecting some when they kill civilians. Now, man, for your press conference, but the security officers are also human beings. So if insecurity rises to a point where one more security officers are afraid of their lives, then it is dangerous. What they are saying, they won't have bad money because bad money, the people who are simple, not the only bad money, so they should look there. A woman here, a man move back on Swa, will be a head, a man move across the woman here. Now, said your mamma, woman say, and only 48% and a pass mass, and no translation is it. And Crowd do a one control exam, what they move more than 52%. And to mean tertiary university, won't mean college, won't mean tertiary university, won't mean nursing training, won't mean teachers training, won't mean PR. Or say, whether 1 year or 2 years, and years you can put the higher research. And we are saying we restricted the number of people who can go to tertiary. Now we reduce gross tertiary enrollment ratio, all because one question so no fee stress. And nipa kuma ko dia and no who be hare wa o man na who said dia also to nothing. Now the quiet politics and they could GS and Nyoma basa equals to GS. I may draw minister no attention say one finance form and calling the director general need to order. And the outcomes said the baby share on the ground as 48%. They are politicizing the management of our schools. Minimum about 20 headmasters across the country. Bikra or Miami constituency. Omunya Bonibia also. NDC for executives, this was a teacher new only. And answer Chirokonsa, Fakpame home, Nafako, Fako head office. What the call ya, Yavish, near Cholet at the Apamonos Unyanchang, district director, and including them. No. Wombe investigation baby no na boni bia ni ho wa wie no so kra reinstate no so a na koya asem me ne ka say about 3 months to about 2 months to wasi about 20 to 26 schools across the country and womo heads no womo politics inti womo nya boni bia womo pam womo so nchen it is at such a crucial time in the life of a school. Instructional leadership and school leadership is important. Now, Pamo headmaster and saying for no wrong done. So, beyond a teacher, Nibia Kabia, also hand to TB, F1, and now the confidence of the student near the Costro. Past questions are a few weeks at a time. Now, we want to build the confidence and the arrangement. Ninano, a bit Juliagu. Now, a year, what's our Baba, boss of Mose, teacher for you, and not a 2 for the man, Koranunti, yeah, Korana bone, the teacher for and a 2 for the mouth. To insult them. Allow us to say, so we teacher for what's the wound here. Now, Sabia, Boshawa boy, say, the car will be the headmaster for the Yaniane, Ediama, I'm afraid, and also I will say, what would be 1 month to pay, which I and I pay a gray and Yedian a part in me. When we can't be Bomoa, this is the kind of outcomes are a beba. They Uba Umesia, I say, over 12 billion cities are. As a release the ministry, no, and they bought Umesia Huma, Emma and Yoma Equanim Koye, the whole year, Aircon a year to say my woman. Their budget is in arrears of 12 billion cities. As the way, no, better than Umesia for him. As the Ubaya Memutro can say, now say Udola, no, what stabilize it, and then they may go about. Now say we inflation about from Mebo Abaswa. 1 year,
Honorable Reverend John in team for joy at South in Brasibajani. O come Brasibaja few dear continent part so committee no. Wamusha interior. Interior near Fish and Bambo. I want Samsonia and the kitchen common. 10:31 is the time. Eco Bangas man I'm making. 1.5 million Ghana cedis no. Ecobank, Ede ma ne customers no. Kochaka, a slice of Manzion is for I. We are customer and Kwa dia.
Okay, FM.
Ecobank, you can be a recipient of 1.5 million Ghana cedis. Chicheno. wobetumi anya bi. Ɛyɛ 10,000 lucky winners. Wɔn yɛ EcoBank customers. Wɔn asɛm na mekan. You can be among the 10,000. What the answer say? A free neko year deposit 400 Ghana cedis in multiples. Not just a brano for 400 Ghana cedis to account. And a better still. EcoBank ma bosia. Yen tete, yen high, yen mouth pressure be a bosia no 4,000 Ghana cedis. Ya de bemao. And no pen just what? 4,000 Ghana cedis bosia in multiples. A brano no akwaje 4,000. Eka krawasa akwaje 4,000. Wo ye de American yina no na ebo kwanya to ama wabeka EcoBank 10,000 lucky winners no a wo mu benya chefa wo 1.5 million Ghana cedis ne mu. Ero dan chen yi a achede bi nso ebi ye 1 year insurance cover, gift vouchers, any multiples of 10,000 Ghana cedis. Eye EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Fitis abria kwapem si ebesi 2026. Aye de na bosim yedi kan January. Ebeko na wieye. Enti fa ho gem. Shanan so say EcoBank, yemfrɛ your customers mbisa wo mo pin and our password. To be for that so akase free EcoBank. Ope o pin and our password a wo boa memfi no. Enka boyi ani pia kan wo bi afa EcoBank yedwuma ho. So better offer no bisa. A toll free 0800 00 3225. Madam Roma yanja boa for nkrato yimra sisia montwen ye ba sisia yenche.
Okay FM 101.7.
Kwame, mi ya umuwao. Me ba penyi no kane no woni made pa. Na so nan se boa no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple kra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bo na me ka asmacho ase me fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enkoyie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akiri. E ba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Nye nhwemu mfa ne no ohaw bia entam se bewe ne asia no ama no
ayampa o na sekro ne yade no eba emonka ye wadwe o se bibia ye fine wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei na sekro masate se wono momoja broso ne esiche yade no aye na momoni yade pa
sapepepe onipa bia kra no afemu wanko check up awani ho kra no enyem prenu White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wo no wabusua nyina Ebra, ni enye hwehwemu emfa moni ene mo se ho. Ohaw bia no, ye behwe ni asia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafun fidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye san hwehmu no. Ye dwuma efon so de. Wani wote, enti ba, ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. When ni ano kania.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone.
Afi beye de. Mintin kakeke o. Minni mankasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 asayaba.
Afi mami chew a kwan a obefa so nye wo ticket but star 712 hash na di ehihye no so to wo ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo the luckiestafrica.com se bia me community ticket no so na you wo lucky number
wo betumi so ama system na eyi bia ma chere ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi kosi 5,000 Ghana cedi wo betumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wo pese wutua enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tua na sa wo amanone dia for bank card tua
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pe there will community de benyanso betimi aye emohu edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck bebia
shawo ho so enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata e chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so
oh correct sir I take a woman Marima do delay man capsules ya wonum ye die. Boy ye. Ahode na wanya ne sa no. Wo delay adwuma no so papa. Na wo che. Na wo ye ni ye pa. Delay man capsules. I don't know. Ama me sisi ni me ko todwemu ayen. I can see. Na low chem mixture ene the capsules a. E ma ne marima nyina num bie no. Me num bie no me do. Wo ho me say. Me hu say wa hi fie ho ayefe neat pa. Enti na wo ko share wo delay sa. Low chem mixture and the capsules means so a fitty chromo yaw biem mura se wo be delay kra no means no be ma na wo baby a wo be hu dia wo mpe ana wo beti yaw bi e wo ho baby ano fa low chem mixture esia no yare bi te se gonorrhea white syphilis and the keka ho no wo bi a woni ntime nyi da enti ma low chem mixture and the capsules e me yefri ho e wo heba e pharmacies nyina mu dodo afre 0242 133 577
Ana 0248 619 999.
Low chem mixture and the capsules. And what's that in kind?
Come celebrate Christmas with us at this year's MTN Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols. Join us for an inspiring night of Christmas carols filled with talented voices, joyful melodies, and the true spirit of celebration. It will be a night of fun, laughter, and pure Christmas joy. Come and let's sing our hearts out in grand style with Joe Metal, Kwame Eugene, Kofi Kinata, and many others. Join us on Saturday, 13th December at the Accra International Conference Center at 7 p.m. This event is strictly by invitation. MTN.
Butterfly sewing machines. Every tete sewing machine assume for over 100 years ni. Every day ya ANT. Nankani and Hagan Limited. Ankofe Piaba. Ejuma Equini exclusive agent. Emma Ghana. Adepam 4. Neye Penny Binio. A free hand sewing machines. Domestic electric machines. Industrial sewing machines. Decorative foot machines. So, Yawanakai electronic and household appliances and so. Air fridges, freezers, washing machines, air conditioners, gas cookers, any baby. Nankani and Hagan Limited, Ewo and Kraiha, Yawo Accra Central, former UTC building no Eben Rawlings Park. Yawo shops so Ewo Makola Mall, any trade fair center, Shani Muwa. Fre 0302 666 874. Kumasia Dum, Nankani and Hagan Limited, Eben Railway Police Station, Nankani and Hagan Limited, powering homes, stitching futures.
Kaka motobi betia si krombronya brei. Omo hu te se wo bills. Nanso hwe na wa ama parties. Ebusenhie mu any programs ahodo amfa wo hu. Se wo ka kwa abo maraba. Weizo ana o bakke Ecobank say. Fa wo hwe vibes a Ecosmo 5-star enjoyment promo num mekani pampim do 10,000. Wodi achade ahodo no. For sika 400 Ghana cedis mo ho to account mu. Ana di loan 4,000 Ghana cedis mo ho. Nedi cash. Ya achade ahodo a edru 1.5 million Ghana cedis. Afei 1 year insurance cover, gift vouchers, any dia kika hu bi. Enye no kwa. For Ecobank card, mobile app, USSD, and now POS. Dia udade hoka. Nanya discount kosi 15%. For wo husha Ecobank vibes dumu. Kaisen hye wo. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank. Ecobank Mfro ana on sendo message da. Se fa pin Ghana card ana bank card number mano. Ma weni na ho.
Okay FM 101.7.
All right, Ebusafo, Sabre no do about pounds media 9. Aha, and Ade Akye Abia media ye de besi. Ye do bibia se joining live on air and on our social media platforms ni na so. Ya me aduma watching after the 6 a.m. news from Peace FM. Ya best answer what na say with another edition of Ade Akye Abia. Ye koi DJ Tozik and the crew are already seated with best entertainment. Stick and stay, and may your day be blessed. Sorry, so. Mamiti wa 90 years.